All right, y'all, we give praise, esteem, and honor to Abba and Shamim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. We're going to pick this up in John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you won't come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Alahym in you. I come in my Abba's name, you receive me not. And if another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Alahym only? Do not think that I will accuse you. The Abba, there's one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. Had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how should you believe my words? All esteem and praise to Abba and Shamim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Come on, say it. John 3:22.
Said after these things came Yahushua and his disciples into the land of Judea, and there he tarried with them and baptized.
Peace, brother Omar, man.
And John also was baptizing in pt9 near the Salem, because there was much water there, and they came and were baptized. For John was not yet cast into prison. Then there arose a question between John's disciples and the Yahudim about purifying. And they came up unto John and said unto him, Rabbi, he that was with you beyond Jordan, to whom you bear witness, behold, the same baptized, and all men come to him. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except to be given him from Shamayim. You yourselves bear me witness that I said I am not the Hamashiach, but that I am sent before him. He that hath the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom which stand and hear him rejoice greatly, because of the bridegroom voice. This my joy therefore is fulfilled. He must increase, but I must decrease. He that come from above is above all. He that is of the earth is earthly, and speak of the earth. He that come from Shamayim is above all. What he have seen and heard that he testified, and no man received his testimony. He that have received his testimony have set to his seal that Alahym is true. For he whom Alahym have sent speak the words of Alahym, for Alahym give not the ruach by measure unto him. The Abba loved the Son, and have given all things into his hand.
Shalom.
He that believe on the Son have everlasting life, and he that believe not the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of Alahym abide on him.
All right, come out of Proverbs chapter 6, man. We start at you can read verse 6 and 6.
Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provide her meat in the summer and gather her food in the harvest.
Say, how long
will you sleep, O sluggard? When will you arise out of your sleep?
We already read that in Ephesians the other day, last night. Let a little sleep,
a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
So shall your poverty
come as one that travel, and your want as an armed man. A naughty person, a wicked man, walk with a froward mouth.
He that wink
with his eyes,
speak
with his feet,
he teach
with his fingers,
frowardness
is in his heart. He devised mischief continually, he sowed discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, suddenly shall he be broken without remedy.
Give him what remedy is by definition. He says frowardness is in his heart, he despises mischief continually.
That's marpe. Health.
No health. So I'm to back this up, right? Say a naughty person and a wicked man walk with a what?
With a froward mouth.
Go ahead and tell them what froward means.
That is ishkashuth, distortion or crookedness.
Go to Genesis 3:1, and you look at the original naughty man that would walk with a froward mouth. Genesis 3:1.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Alahym had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have Alahym said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Alahym had said, you should not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.
What else?
The serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. For Alahym do know that the day you eat thereof, and your eyes shall be opened, you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Knowing what?
Knowing good and evil.
Now I want you to go back to Proverbs 6:12, giving the definition of naughty.
It is Belial.
That's Belial.
Worthlessness.
So you know, so now with that being said, this is what we're going to do. Give me 1 second. We'll take a look at the multitude of instances where the sons of Belial are mentioned in their conduct. This is another aspect for you to be able to see the devices of Satan. Shalom, but man, Yahuwah, go to Deuteronomy 13:9. Go ahead.
But you shall surely kill him. Your hand shall be first upon him to put him to death. And afterwards, the hand of all the people. You shall stone him with stones that he died, because he hath sought to thrust you away from Yahuwah your Alahym, which brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And all Yasharal shall hear and fear, and shall do no more such any wickedness as this is among you. If you shall hear say in one of your cities, which Yahuwah Yahweh hath given you to dwell there, saying, certain men, the children of Belial,
children of who?
Of Belial,
what they do?
Are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, let us go and serve other gods which you have not known. Then shall you inquire. And
so pause. So one of the aspects of worthless men is they will seek to draw you away after other gods. So pause. Now I go to Daniel chapter 11, verse 36. Make it 34.
Now when they shall fall, they shall be hoping with a little help, but many shall cleave to them with flatteries. Some of them of understanding shall fall to try them and to purge and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. The king shall do according to his will. He shall exalt himself, magnify himself above every god.
Above every who?
Above every god.
What else he gonna do?
Shall speak marvelous things against the Alahym of gods, and shall prosper till his indignation be accomplished. That is determined shall be done.
Go ahead.
Neither shall he regard the Alahym of his fathers.
Oh, he won't regard who?
The Alahym of his fathers.
Why?
Nor the desire of woman, nor regard any god, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate shall he honor the Alahym of forces,
God of forces,
and God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver.
The gods who his fathers knew not, he gonna honor with what?
With gold and silver.
Tell him what forces is, man. Shalom, brother Marcus, man.
Ma'oz, that is place or means of safety, protection, refuge, stronghold.
No, this is the God of his strength, but not the God of strength. The same way we're looking at, he told you to lay up the word in your heart, not that he was going to put it there. You know what I'm saying? You know, people don't look at certain things and because it could be a God of a stronghold, but that don't mean that's the God that is who's not given Proverbs 18. After that, Revelation 13:1.
The name of Yahuwah is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe.
See, that don't mean that ain't that ain't the God of a stronghold that he talking about in Daniel 11 that this man fooling with. He fooling with somebody else. Revelation 13:1. But we're going through all this here, and we read Genesis 3:1 to see how you can see how he is this Belial is a man who walks with a foul mouth or perversity. Now, Deuteronomy 13 is referring to the perversity of going to seek after another God, which this man is going to have people do the same conduct. Continue. Revelation 13:1.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
The name of what?
The name of blasphemy.
Okay.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear,
That's right.
and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. The serpent gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. They worshipped the serpent which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And it was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Alahym, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell at Shamaim.
Who gave him this power? Did you read it already? Who gave him this power? Say the serpent gave him his power. So now let's look at the next aspect of a son of Belial. I want you to go to Judges 19. And this is going to bring into the next thing we're talking about, verse 22. That sons of Belial participate in what type of behaviors, what we talked about Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead.
Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house.
What they wanted to do?
Saying, bring forth the man that came into your house, that we may know him. And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them.
So these sons of Belial were driven by what?
Lust.
That's another aspect which can make you worthless. When we talk about worthless, we talk about in this regard. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15.
Study to show yourself approved unto Alahym, a workman that need not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. But shun profane and vain babbling, for they will increase unto more ungodliness.
What else?
And their word will eat as do a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus, who concerning the truth have erred, saying that the resurrection is past already, and overthrow the faith of some.
What else?
Nevertheless, the foundation of Alahym stands sure,
and those
seal. The Lord know them that are his, and let everyone that name the name of Hamashiach depart from iniquity.
What else?
But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and earth, some to honor and some to dishonor.
Some to what?
Some to dishonor.
Go ahead.
If a man therefore purge himself
of these, he's what?
He shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified.
Meet for the what?
Master's use, prepared unto every good work.
So guess what that means? If you're a son of Belial, that means you're worthless because you haven't purged yourself of these things, so God can't use you. You know, I know you see the terms where people say, "Oh, Noah was a drunk," and this, and man, that's just church talk. The reality is that man can't use an unclean vessel. Can't do it. It's just not how it works. You know what I'm saying? I know people like, God used the donkey. No. What did that donkey do? He was rebuking a man who wasn't supposed to be doing something that God told him not to do. Again, this ain't to belittle church people. They're saying these are church phrases. You know what those phrases and idioms and erroneous statements do? They cause you to not have a proper understanding of how this man operates. You know what I'm saying? So then you feel like because you've heard these things repeated that this is how he operates. And then this is what happens. Matthew 15:7. This is what happens. Shalom, East, man.
You hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying that this people draw near unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
And the fear of me.
But in vain do they worship me.
And what do they worship me?
In vain do they worship me.
For they taught what?
Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
And that's why we're mentioning these things, because those are the precepts and instructions of men. That's not what he said. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It ain't got nothing. Because at the end of the day, that information came down from somebody else. Most people don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen a dude mention a thing with Drewski and all this here, man. A dude mentioned the same thing. The numbers I ran across that mega churches are only 0.05% of all churches. So how are these people able to exploit people out of their money like this? Because they don't know that the text say you ain't supposed to be tithing every week. They don't know the text say that you're not supposed to be tithing 10% of your income, but 10% of your what? Your increase. Your increase in income is two different things. You know what I'm saying? They don't know you're only supposed to do this 3 times a year. They don't know this. So people take advantage of the fact that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So people look at when this man grabbed David hadn't committed adultery or murder. And then when he did it, what did he do? He rebuked him sharply. Oh, they're going to mention, well, Noah was a drunk. Man, Noah had fulfilled his mission by the time you read this part where he in here drunk and his son see his nakedness. His mission has been fulfilled. So you can't turn around and say he didn't use him while he was a drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane. But what does that do? It makes you feel like I can live and do whatever and God can still work through me. And that's not how this man worked. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why John the Baptist said to the men, what's going on? Bring forth fruit meats for repentance. So there should be some produce, some evidence that you've turned. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why these statements are in there. This is not to discourage nobody, make you feel bad. It's that in the 30s so that you can have a proper perspective. Because whether you in these churches or not, you hear these idioms and these phrases on a regular basis, you begin to internalize them. Not everybody, but some people do. You know what I'm saying? It's not a knock on nobody. It just is what it is. Because you don't know no better. It's the same token. I give you this here, right? Because I don't really participate in this argument, but I see it all the time. First thing somebody like to say when they mention polygyny is, oh, it's never this, that, there, and the third. Man, nobody don't give a damn about that. Because the same issues you can have for having 4 wives, you can have with 1. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you argue against that, if that's what's going to be your argument. Show me in there where anybody had harmony and peace in it. What does that even mean? You would be better off showing a pattern of, Shalom, Brother Shaul, this is the will of God because of this. not trying to pull at some emotional standpoint because you like, well, truth be told, it's not even that many stories of dudes with a whole bunch of wives that's talked about in the book. It's just not. How many of y'all, look here, right? They tell you Solomon had how many wives, right? 700. Don't count the concubines. They wives, but they not wives. It don't give you no detailed interaction with him and his wives at all. The only thing it mentions is that he married women of nationalities of who were told them not to marry, and they turned his heart from his God to where they went to worshiping idols. It doesn't give you know that there was conflict, peace, or harmony in his house. It don't even mention it. It don't even talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? So then you think about this here when you look at it, had David had multiple wives. It don't talk about nothing intertwined with his wives other than a few interactions with Bathsheba. Even after he married Abigail, it don't talk about none of the interactions he had with Abigail. Don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? People take one story. And you know what story that is? That's it. And of course, there's going to be some conflict with that when you got a woman who knew that the man did not want to marry her. You know what I'm saying? Nor did he perform 7 years of labor to marry her. So of course, there's going to be some conflict. That wasn't conflict because he had two wives. That was conflict because he had a woman he didn't want versus the woman he did want. And you know where that conflict came in at? It didn't come from him to the women. It was the women amongst themselves.
One couldn't have children at the time.
And one couldn't have children because God knew that this man wanted Rachel. So he said, you know what? I'm going to bless this woman by opening her womb. Now, in 2026, a lot of women would not see that as a blessing. That God would look at you and say, I'm going to show favor on you by giving you children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I don't even get into the desire for polygamy as unrestrained desire for this one reason, right? If a dude desire 2-3 women, that's his business. I really don't care. I ain't gonna look at him and think, oh, he a horn dog because he want 2-3 women. He just might want 2-3 women, and you may not. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about on a natural level. When we get on a godly standard, this is the standard. He said, hey, in the beginning, I made a godly seed. Did he not make one? So I understand what the standard is. You know what I'm saying? I know some dudes, well, it's lawful. He didn't speak against it. Cool. That's your business. Roll with that. You know what I mean? But when we look on a certain level, man, some dudes don't want one woman. And you know what ends up happening? And it's not just the one woman thing. You know what I'm saying? Because Jason Black made this mention of this here, which is accurate on a post where he say men are taught that in this society that it's more beneficial for them to chase women than to chase their purpose. And niggas believe it and do it. And you know what I've seen that at? And I told you where I first seen that at? Where I seen it at was really, really, really a thing for real. When people was upset that Tom Brady wouldn't retire and spend time with his wife, knowing that this is what he's been doing since he was 7, 8, 9 years old. And not only that he's been doing this for the mass majority of his life, but that clearly he is one of the greatest to ever do it and still doing it at a high level. And you would want him to throw that to the side to go chase behind a woman. That's the dumbest thing in the world that any man should ever do. Because if it came down to your purpose of that woman, you should let that woman go. You know what I'm saying? Because contrary to popular belief, man was not put on this earth for a woman. Like, we had a conversation a while back. Lady was like, that's what y'all were born to be, was providers. Nigga, no. I was not born to be a provider for you. I was not. If I take you on, I'm saying I'm taking that responsibility to be a provider for you. I wasn't born for that. When you say that, that means that I was explicitly born to be in service to a woman, and I was not. I was born to be in service to God. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I was born for. And when you speak like that, you know what they think you're doing? Internet talk. Nah, I'm a man, ho. What is you talking about? And you know what they get upset with me? And I said this, you know who told me this? My mama told me this, nigga. Yeah, that lady on that picture up there. She ain't never teach me, chase behind a woman and forsake everything you got going on and make your whole life be centered around a woman. She ain't never told me no nonsense like that. And if I would have did it, she'd have told me I was a goddamn fool. Or what are you doing? What's wrong with you? And truth be told, no woman who really fool with you would want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. I ain't talking about the aspect of necessarily, I don't even want to say chasing your dreams or chasing what you believe that you were put on this earth to do. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you done found that this is what I do, this is what I'm good at, great at, whatever the case may be, I have to pour a lot of energy into that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we been talking about this before, I can pour a lot of energy into that, or I can pour a lot of energy into you, but I can't do both. I didn't say you couldn't pour energy into both. I said a lot, because you can't do both. And you know what the crazy part is? If the nigga didn't have no purpose and he ain't had nothing going on, guess what would happen? You wouldn't want it. You wouldn't want it. Unless you're a fool. Because a lot of women don't, you know, that's another conversation. So yeah, there's going to be a problem if you make a general rule of things like this. Yeah, indeed. It says Leah knew that too, that her husband didn't love her. Like, and it does say that. And that's not no knock on women per se. That's just something you have to understand as a man. Listen, man, you got some women who would rather you put them before God. Because I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people insinuate it. I've seen some say it blatantly and plainly. You know what I'm saying? Once you do that for you as a man, it's over with. It's over with. Ain't nothing you can do with that. Come on with it. Where we at with it?
Go Matthew 15.
Yep. I think we good in Judges 19. Let's go to Judges 20 and 10. After that, 1 Samuel 2 and 5.
It's saying we will take men of 100 throughout all the tribes of Yasharal, and 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 out of 10,000, to fetch victual for the people, that they may do when they come to Gibeah of Benjamin, according to all the folly that they have wrought in Yasharal. So all the men of Yasharal were gathered against the city, knit together as one man.
Mm-hmm.
The tribes of Yasharal sent men through all the tribes of Benjamin, saying, "What wickedness is this that is done among you? Now therefore deliver us the men, the children of Belial, which are in Gibeah."
Now these are the same men in Judges 19, these children of Belial that had some unrestrained sexual desire.
That we may put them to death.
That's a fact. There's the men need to put you first. They become your God. There's a reason. Now he just mentioned it. I didn't pause on this here, but there's a reason for that. Because you know in Ezekiel, he tell you got idols in your heart, and he tell you have no God before me. See, there's a balance that you have to know, that you love your wife as he loved his, and then she being an idol in your heart. And a lot of dudes, she's an idol in your heart. Like when we didn't have conversation with women like, you should be afraid to lose a woman. You shouldn't be afraid to lose nobody. You live your life, niggas more afraid to lose their wife than they is to lose God. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get into that type of mindset, well, you'll compromise yourself in a multitude of areas. And you got a lot of women who believe that you should make them fear losing you. Why would you even want? That's a weak man. That junk's not romantic and cute. Once you start seeing him act like that, that's a weak man. That's just vile, disgusting behavior. You know what I'm talking about? You shouldn't act like that. That doesn't mean you walk around and be like, I hope this hoe leave. You know what I'm saying? But the aspect of where you got to understand the verbiage you're using. Be fearful of losing somebody. That's not even verbiage that's not even a mindset that you would want somebody to have towards you. Like I seen the homegirl, she said she want her dude to be tender D for her. That's crazy. That's a nigga who'll kill you. That nigga say stuff, a nigga who tender in the loins about you, that man will kill you. That man will kill you. You know what I'm saying? But I also know that gives that lady a little leverage because she want that leverage. That's why ladies always talk about, I want a man to love me more than I love him, because you want that leverage. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you got to live it by the pimp and see if you know what it is. Get chose, don't do the choosing. You know what I'm saying? That's what the pimps do. The pimps don't choose, they get chose. You know what I'm saying? Your whole chose me. Now we can handle this like some gentlemen. We can get to some gangster stuff. That nigga ain't no pimp, Sibby. That nigga arrest haven for her. You don't know about that, do you?
You say it all the time.
I don't know, but have you seen the film?
At least the clip.
At least
I've seen the clip.
Man, that junk's so funny because boy, Pretty Tony's so mad, boy. That nigga said that nigga caught thief. A car thief. But when he got outside, probably hot right now. Well, that nigga was mad. You hear me? I'm talking about he couldn't have acted no better. The level of disgust he had on his face looking at this nigga. Like, this nigga really took my check. He really knocked my hoe. But nah, man. It's, because I say it's more about mindset. Because a nigga that emotionally imbalanced, man, that nigga will kill you, man. That nigga will kill you, man. As soon as you leave him alone. Don't look here. That's how, like, whatever that rapper name in Atlanta a few years back, he ran there to the house. You know what I'm saying? With that woman, man, and that man coming in and killed him because he want to kill her. That's how stuff like that happened because he tender. You done left him alone and you like this, oh, no, I ain't with nobody. You gonna neglect to tell me you got a crazy nigga on your trail. You know what I mean? And to be fair, niggas don't really think that stuff happened to him till the nigga at your doorstep with a gun. Cause a lot of women underestimate niggas. Like, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing. Even though it be other people telling them like, girl, that nigga crazy. He ain't gonna do nothing. Cause she think he's soft. He not. Listen, man, the most cowardice man in the world will kill about a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the dude who they mush and send him to the store, buy cigarettes and cigars and call them all type of buster suckers and hoes. Boy, about some vagina. That man will kill you, him, the children, everybody. Did you see the clip where the white man killed everybody in the house? Oh, man. That nigga said his white man came home, told his wife, hey, man, your people got to get up out of here. They basically said, man, screw you. He said, oh, word? As he's talking to the police, the man so calm. He said, yeah, they all pissed me off. He said, I went in my room. I got the gun. I said, is y'all going to leave? They went to going off. He said, I shot her in the head. He said, then I shot her daddy in the head. Then I shot my wife in the head. He said, I had reached my breaking point. I had enough. I killed everybody. You know what I'm saying? I be telling y'all that, man. You know, it's white, man. You know what? You know, white people snapping. You know, niggas do it sometimes. You be stressed out. Y'all be pushing that man. Gonna kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? You better pay attention. Leave that nigga alone. That nigga finna kill everybody. He don't care. That man ain't care about going to prison. This man sat here and tell these people, I just killed 4 people in this house. As calm as you talk about a TV show you watch every week.
I know it ain't funny.
That's how calm he was talking. He was dead serious, ain't feel no way about it. And he said, this is my house, and y'all gonna tell me. He said, I was tired of her parents living with me. And they gonna sell out to me in my house? That nigga said, I'll go to prison first. And that's where he at.
There ain't no stereotype, but damn, it seems like it just being their nature. Like they just snap and just whatever.
And you know why I be like that, man? It really be like that because they be building that junk up and they just snap. You know what I'm saying? They be getting disrespected so much and they just snap. Because we were talking about this the other day about telling my dog like he hate bullies, but I'm like, he used to be a robber. Like robbing is the epitome of being a bully. You know what I'm saying? This is no way around that. I'm going to take your stuff by force. You're a bully. You know what I'm saying? You feel like because you got a mask on, that means, oh, sir, you're an anonymous bully. It's a bully. You know what I'm talking about? But I was like, bro, no matter how cowardly or weak you think somebody is, man, they got a breaking point. I was telling about the dude I knew on the beach, boy, nigga kept robbing and they thought he was soft, and cuz eventually snapped and killed that man. You know what I'm saying? Like every man can only take but so much before he snap. Because niggas do it too. It's just niggas it seems like black men have a little bit longer leash for things that white men be like, she tried me one more time, I promise, man, I'm a killer. I'm a killer. And they gonna take a step further, they gonna kill the children too. They gonna kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they have a breaking point. You don't want nobody like that, man. That's emotional instability. You finished in what? What we was in?
All the way down. Judges 20 and 13.
Yeah, read that. Oh, we already finished it. 1 Samuel 2 and 2 and 12, actually.
It said, now the sons of Eli were sons of Belial. They knew not Yahuwah. And the priest's customs with the people was that when any man offered sacrifice, the priest's servants came while the flesh was in seething, with a flesh hook of 3 teeth in his hand. And he stuck it into the pan or kettle or cauldron or pot. All that the flesh hook brought up, the priest took for himself. So they did in Shiloh to all the Israelites.
He said they got to bring that grunge music back so they can have an outlet. Oh, man, that's funny. Go ahead.
They say also before they burnt the fat, the priest servants came and said to the man that sacrificed, give flesh to roast for the priest, for he will not have sodden flesh of you, but raw. And if any man said unto him, let them not fail to burn the fat presently, and then take as much as your soul desire, then he would answer him, no, but you shall give it me now, and if not, I will take it by force.
He hated the sacrifice. You definitely work with it. And of course, you know they were also having sex with women at the tabernacle door. Go ahead.
Wherefore the sin of the young men was very great before Yahuwah, for men abhorred the offering of Yahuwah.
My God, today. So, let's go to 1 Samuel 25. Well, actually, chapter 10. I'm sorry, 10 and 24. Now, I just want you to look at the attributes and behavior. Somebody who's a son of Belial hate the sacrifice of Yahuwah. So guess what that means, man? Matter of fact, let's do this. John 15 and 20. So you can see what he said. They hated me without a cause. So you can see these men hate the sacrifice of Yahuwah, that being Yahushua himself. Therefore, that would make them a son of Belial. Because we're dealing with a naughty man, naughty person, a wicked man walk with a froward mouth. And if you look at each thing that these people are saying, they're trying to pervert and distort righteousness from an individual because they're worthless. These are not things to just be looked at arbitrarily. You have to sit back and lay that into mind because it reflects in conduct. Go ahead.
Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin.
But now
they have no cloak for their sin.
What else?
He that hate me, hate my Abba also.
Oh.
If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin.
But now
they have both seen and hated both me and my Abba.
My God, today.
But this come to pass that the word might be fulfilled, that it is written in their law.
What's written in there?
They hated me without a cause.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on. And what did 1 John 3 say? Go to 3 in 12.
Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore he slew him? Because his own works were evil. And his brother is righteous.
What else?
Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren.
That goes to what we were dealing with last night. You can't pass from death to life if you don't love your brother.
He that love not his brother abide in death. Whosoever hate his brother is a murderer. You know that no murderer has eternal life abiding in him.
Pause. And guess what Cain did? Hated his brother. Guess what Esau did? Hated his brother. So it can't be no life in them. Unfortunately, guess what Saul did? Hated his brother. You know what I'm saying? There's a pattern of behavior the way you look that we didn't talk about before when people like how Bird asked him, because you can look at that with Absalom, because he went past hating his brother, he hated his dad. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, that's your brother on top of that. Like when that question gets asked, okay, what's going to happen with this person? You have to look at the type of conduct they were participating in. Because he said, if any man hate his brother, eternal life ain't in him.
Can you use the same with the brothers and Joseph?
Only difference is they ain't murky. You know what I'm talking about? And I say that because one of them stopped them. And then on top of that, when they ran back into him, they showed a pattern of repentance and fell down weeping. One, because they thought he was going to kill him. You know what I'm saying? And then two, when they realized that wasn't the case, they acknowledged their error. Remember, that's what Joseph said. Am I in God's stead? Let's get that for him. Genesis 50. Because that's not a bad question. Matter of fact, go to Genesis, what it is when they throw him in the pit. 37? Yeah. 37 and 18. Because if I'm not mistaken, Judah stopped him from killing him.
So when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
Oh.
They said one to another, behold, this dreamer come. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him and cast him into the.
And now they wanted to slay him because of envy. You know what I'm talking about? That's why he said, who should stand before envy? See, right now, well, how they moving can't be no eternal life abiding in you with that type of thought process. But let's see what happens.
And we will say some evil beasts have devoured him. We shall see what will become of his dreams.
Oh no!
And Reuben heard it and delivered him out of their
So
hands.
it's Reuben. Reuben heard it and did what?
Delivered him out of their hands.
What did he say?
Let us not kill him. Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness. Lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands.
So we can see Reuben ain't had no hate in his heart like that. He said, damn, don't kill him. God damn.
That he might rid him out of their hands to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass when Joseph was come unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him. They took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty.
Notice they stripped him of his linen garment, threw him in the grave.
And there was no water in it.
And there wasn't no life in it.
Then they sat down to eat bread. They lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood?
That's what Judah said. What profit is it if we kill our brother and cover it up? Go ahead.
Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he's our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. Then
so you got Judah and Reuben like, nah, man, we going too far. Indeed, they did mock him, ignorant of his gift. And you know what it did? The mocking came in at? Oh, so we gonna bow down to you too? You know what I'm saying? It was the envy. And it's the same thing that got into Esau. It was the envy. Same thing that Pilate said that the Pharisees, he knew the Pharisees delivered Yahushua because of envy. You know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate. But we read that verse last night. He say, who can stand before envy? That's a hard thing to stand in front of, because envy is something serious, boy. Niggas kill behind that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why he tell you not to covet, because envy lead to coveting, and coveting lead to killing. That's what robbing is. You coveting. I see his stuff, I'm gonna take it. Damn, nigga, you could have got a job. Go ahead.
So then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen. They drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver.
That's good. They know we sold. Now let's go to Genesis 50 and 14.
And Joseph returned into Egypt, he and his brethren, all that went up with him to bury his father, after he had buried his father. When Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, they said, Joseph will peradventure hate us, and will certainly requite us all the evil which we did unto him. They sent the messenger unto Joseph, saying, your father did command before he died, saying, so shall you say unto Joseph, forgive, I pray you now, the trespass of your brethren and their sin. For they did unto you evil, and now we pray you, forgive the trespass of your servants, of the Alahym of your father.
Yeah.
Joseph wept when they spake unto him. And his brethren also went and fell down before his face, and they said, behold, we be your servants. Joseph said unto them, fear not, for am I in the place of Alahym?
Go ahead.
But as for you, you thought evil against me, but Alahym meant it unto good, to bring to pass as it is this day, to save much people alive.
Oh.
Now therefore fear you not, I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them and spake kindly unto them.
Oh.
And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house, and Joseph lived.
That's good.
10 years.
You saw how that played out. You know what I'm saying? But they'd have filled that out. They'd have had a problem. Go back to 1 John 3 and 12. They'd have had a problem. Now you look at Cain, obviously he fulfilled his desire. You know what I'm saying? And Esau been going to war against Jacob since that man say, as soon as our daddy die, I'm gonna kill this nigga. He been trying to fulfill that ever since. So that's why he said if we have a zeal and it's according to knowledge, because the other zeal is envy. Yeah, I mean, when you look at zeal, I think it's an ardent jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Instance, it's like when Elijah said, I've been jealous for your name. But we have to go to a passage and grab that word to get a definition for it. I know it's in 1 Kings 18 or one of them. We'll do that in a moment. Go ahead, Sidney.
So now this Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother, and wherefore slew he him?
Because
his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous. Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. We know that we have passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren. He that loved not his brother abide in death.
Abide in death.
Whosoever hate his brother is a murderer.
Is a murderer.
You know that no murderer have eternal life abiding.
You say he that what his brother?
He that hate his brother.
Tell him what hate means by definition. Now, hate in Hebrew is saneh.
This is Misael, to hate, to pursue with hatred, to detest. Or to love less.
That's what hate means in general. That's why when people read that verse and Luke 14, he be like, he telling people hate their wife and this, that, there, and the third, and they get upset. and he's just saying you got to love your wife less than putting her before me. You know what I'm saying? That's all it means. You know what I'm saying? Now, my dog, he feel like this. He say he ain't finna be married to no woman who love God more than him. He say he gonna get rid of you. That's how he see it. I mean, shoot, that's his prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas that I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of people who feel like that. Yeah. No. No, but shoot. Anybody who said that it's a lot, but I look at, man, most black people don't serve you and don't have a desire to do.
I guess I'm thinking like if you married to a man that served you, at what point would it like collide with the two? Would they bump heads with you loving you who more than you? At what point would that be an issue? But if you don't serve you, who would it not see why?
I mean, for some dudes it'll be an issue because if they feel like you don't do what I'm telling you to do. There's niggas who say they serve you and they feel like that. Because I want you to do X, Y, Z, and you telling me you finna do this.
I get it.
I mean, it's a lot of dudes out here like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you ain't ran into them.
But when would I not do what you say? Like I guess.
It's a lot of women don't do what their husbands say.
Okay.
And who say they in the word. They might like, I need you to do this, and you like, nah, I'm gonna do it like this, or I'm gonna do it like that, or I'm gonna do it when I get ready, or I ain't gonna do it at all. Happens every day.
I was just thinking that maybe the woman be like, well, books say this. As a woman, I should do this. Then
some of them do that. Then you got some women who in the world who feel like they know the book better than they do. You know what I'm saying? So then they be coming at him, combating him with verses, which is like, shoot, I've been put her out. And it ain't even going to be on the going, because you feel like you know the word. That's cool. But if you think I'm finna be in here debating back and forth with you about some word, I'd rather be in here by myself before I do that. I'm not finna live like that. You know what I'm saying? Because then I already know how you see men where you feel like this is what you supposed to be in the house doing. But you supposed to peep that before you married them. Oh, it's a lot. That's why you see that's why everybody in the word complaining. And why most people be in it complaining? Because niggas not getting what they want. Now, whether what they want is sustainable, permissible, sensible, that's another conversation. You know what I'm saying? But most part is I ain't getting what I want, so all these women wicked, all these men wicked, and that's just that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just nigga complaining. Ain't nobody ever happy nor satisfied. Like, goddamn. What that boy David told his brothers, he said, is there ever without a cause? Like, every goddamn time you come around here, you got something to say. That is draining. But that's some people like, though. That's why some of these boys done had 4 or 5 wives in this thing, and not at the same time. Now, of course, they would be the common denominator. You know what I'm talking about? And then you got some women, they done had 3, 4 husbands, and they would be the common denominator. You know what I'm talking about? But a lot of that stuff come in that people just be, some people just like, hey, man, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, shoot. Just because niggas say they in the word don't mean they love and fear God. But you know, a lot of people in this thing really get married because they feel like that's what they supposed to do. Or they horny. I go 70-30 horny. You know what I'm saying? Then you got, because it's a different subset, groups of people who you ain't never came in contact with. You feel what I'm saying? So they got different see, it's a difference around here, right? And difference is none of us feel the need to perform and look, act, and speak like what these niggas think quote unquote Hebrew Israelites to look, act, and speak. So you still have maintained your air of actually being a real person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that loosely or to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some of these niggas in this word that don't even know how to have a regular conversation. Like, don't know how to do it. Like, straight up, because they have been in performative mode for such a long time because they feel like they got to look this way, talk this way, act this way. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like, I only be in one room on this app. And it be niggas who be in the word who come in there because everybody in that room that we in don't believe the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's difficult for them niggas to deal with because most rooms on there, it's an echo chamber. Everybody believe the same thing. All of us don't believe the same thing, but we cool with each other. So we don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Some of them will come in there and we ain't talking about no word, but the title has word in it, and then they be offended by that. Like, y'all not talking about no Bible? You like, nigga, not right now. Right now, we talking about this bet, this parlay this nigga talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because he trying to, because there's 4 niggas in here who play parlays, he trying to give him the game on running the parlay. Like, people came in there yesterday because niggas were going back and forth about Anton and Corey Holcomb. Niggas was upset about that. They want to talk about Bible. They ain't want to talk about no Bible. They want to talk about is one or both of these niggas hoes. I'm just being honest with you. It's from a masculine perspective, like, how do you perceive this person's behavior? You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of people felt like, oh, he was scared because he said go outside. Me personally, I did not. And you know why? Because I've been to prison. If a nigga get this close to you, man, he already ain't no need to go outside. I'm not asking a nigga who get close enough where he can feel the warmth of the air out of my nose that he want to go outside. Because you already violated. I should have fired off on you when you got that close.
That's all. I think I see both sides.
You know what I'm saying? That's just different, cause what I've been in that county jail, I've been in that prison, man. And you talking about a nigga, when I done heard niggas be like, nigga, meet me under the stairs. He wasn't never this close when he said it. You know what I'm saying? Cause if I'm sitting here and a man come aggressively like this here, I'm already figuring he coming for violence. I gotta fire first. I gotta bomb first. You don't let no man get this close to you because you know what that is for real. Let's take this outside. That's the cop out because you don't want to fight either. Because if you did, when that nigga got this close, back up off me, my nigga. But what you on, boy? At least whoa, boy, you getting too close, or you step back, hey boy, watch out now. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit there and be like, I'm from Detroit. No, I ain't going for that.
I hate when people say that.
That's another instance, at least in my personal experience. That's a nigga who don't want to fight. I don't care where you from, cuz. What you telling me that for? But it's really just, maybe it's because I've been in the penitentiary. And in the street. You ain't supposed to let a nigga get this close, bro. Not nose to nose. Not in no aggressive fashion. I don't care nothing about him saying, say it again, and he don't say it. You said something disrespectful. This man moved another person out of the way and came and got this close to you in an aggressive fashion. That's already a threat. So we ain't got to go outside. Because if I wanted to fight, I'd have fired on you right then. You want to go outside because you know you got security over here. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that man was provoking that man to be able to use that for content because I know how this nigga roll.
I see both sides.
And then because the next day he came back and said, yeah, nigga, I got you, nigga. I'm going to make $1 million off of you. So I already knew what his motive was. He didn't want to fight. But because the nigga sat back and looked at, okay, I done let a nigga get me off my square. If I fire on him face to face or I go outside and fire on him, I lose. Now I might look like, yeah, I'm a man to these other people, but in reality, you lost. But like I told my dog last night when they were talking about it, man, when a nigga apologized, that joint should have been over with as a man. Once you say, hey, bro, don't talk to me like that. You know what, cuz? My bad. Shouldn't have said that. Woo, woo, woo. It's over with. Ain't nothing else to talk about. So I told him, man, nigga getting too old to where you can't settle your disputes with your words. Because these are not 20-year-old men. These are not teens. These are men in their mid-40s. There comes a level of well, I don't even know if that's a word, but juvenile conduct to where you that old and you still stay saying, let's fight about it then. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, he did say something fight worthy. Because whether he said it was, even though it was a proverbial penis, you know what I'm saying? You can't say nothing about a man putting his mouth on a fillet, on a phallus. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people will look at it, well, he shouldn't have said that he, you know, kisses anuses. And that's fair. Do I think you go from kissing anus to performing fellatio? Probably not. As the same token, I don't get to tell another man how he get to respond to perceived disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, I don't believe that Anton was disrespected. I believe that he felt like I wanted to push this nigga buttons. He gave me a avenue where I could do it, and I'm gonna see how far I can push it to get this content so I can make this money. knowing this man ain't really on that homo stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? As far as his brand is concerned. Because I heard lead attorney say this, and I agree with this wholeheartedly. He said that was what you seen was two men trying to protect their brand. Corey Holcomb's brand is I ain't with the backdooria, I ain't with the homo stuff. That's my career, I ain't with nowhere. Anton's brand is I'm a boss. And how do we know he let into that? Because he said you're not gonna boss up on me. So this is a nigga who don't want to feel like he being son or put in a lower state to another man. So he got that whole time. You nigga don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people don't be looking at just the mental gymnastics that were going on right there. Because them were two niggas, them niggas did not want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because boy, a nigga cannot walk up aggressively and get nose to nose with you. And you talking about, oh, I don't care nothing about that. We can go outside right now. And everybody else looking at it like, oh yeah, nigga, that nigga Corey Law. That's a buster move. That's the same way when a nigga say, oh, we can fight right now in the county right in front of the glass. When they want them talking about, you ain't want to fight for real. You wanted them COs to see you so somebody come in here and stop it. You know what I'm saying? You say everyone has their own, and they do, and every man does. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, if you what he should have did is once he said, "Oh, you sucking black people penis," okay, cuz you can go ahead and go. You go ahead and go. That's what you're supposed to do. If that's a line for you at that age, hey, bro, clearly you don't know how to. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but because Canton wasn't dealing with what he was talking about, is the fact that you denigrate black people and you don't do that to white people. And this is your response back to me. You know what, brother? I appreciate you coming out. Have a nice flight home. Because I'm not going back and forth with you.
Like what Cam did, Adrian.
Yeah, with Adrian Brown, and we mentioned that. That's what Cam. Some people say he did that because that's his friend. But even if you look at Cam's body language, he ready to fire off on this man, friend or not. He still was ready to fire off on this man. But you know what he thought? That's my nigga, and I got something to lose. That's my people right there. He disrespected. You know what, AB? I'm gonna give you your bread, my nigga. You gotta go. That's how you handle that as a professional. That's what I mean. A nigga too old till you want to fight. Nigga, you 40 years old, you want to fight? You think that proves your manhood, nigga? Use a certified cornball. You know what I'm saying? Because words should not move you to want to fight. Now, once that nigga got face to face with him, that should move you to want to fight. Because I feel threatened. You know what I'm saying? You niggas gonna let a nigga get nose to nose with you aggressively? Well, at least, hey, boy, back up off me. At least bare minimum is here, back up off me. Or at least you step back and square up. Because that's how niggas die. Because I would tell them, man, it's not on no tough guy stuff. Man, y'all have mercy on his soul. Uncle Willie told us this here, man, me and Fat Boy this a long time ago, man. And they say, boy, when you get in a fight, boy, nigga trying to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? He said all that stuff everybody else talking about. He said, you got to neutralize her. Nigga trying to hurt you. And you don't know what he got on his mind. You know what I'm saying? And this is, and he was telling us not on some old super duper, you a gangster, tough guy, killer type stuff, man. This nigga really trying to hurt you, bro. Look here, man. Nigga pick you up, dump you on your head, stab you. You don't know what he got going on. You let nigga walk this close up to you. Nigga might have already got the pocket knife ready for you. That's how a lot of niggas got these here, man. You know about that $150, boy? All that they can't let nobody get. This about as close as you can get. However long your arms is. Because when I say that, that's a part of your personal bubble. You know what I'm talking about? Arm's length is a part of your personal bubble. Anything closer to arm's length, hey, man, that's a threat. Walk up on the police like that, see what happened to you. But guess what he gonna do? Bow! You know why? Because I'm scared. Because I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? You say, I'm going to walk away every time, let my life threaten, or you put your hands on me. I'm fighting for life or death. I'm not trying to take it there. Indeed. Because I ain't no killer, man, but shoot, I don't know what you're going to do. See, that thought process, we just going to shoot the fair one. They going to kick. Because he don't want to shoot the fair one. He want to bite. He got AIDS. And his gums bleed. You know what I'm talking about? Now look at you. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? He want to bite and his gums bleed. Man, you scarred. But you ain't think he was going to take it that far. Case in point, a movie we all seen. Menace to Society. He stomped dude out. And guess what? He didn't think Cub was willing to take it that far.
That boy came back up.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't think he was gonna take it that. But a lot of course, that's an extreme situation because they not face to face. But it's not even embarrassing though. It's when you trying to do something to somebody.
Oh, you talking about Chauncey? I'm thinking about the nigga that came out at the house.
Yeah, I'm talking about him. Yeah, I'm talking about him. I'm talking about the nigga who killed him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I was saying the Chauncey.
Yeah, Chauncey got Mardi Gras too. But see, Chauncey wasn't gonna do nothing.
Wait, but why he stopped doing that?
Because he came and said, "I don't like what you did do to my cousin, cuz trying to dog her out."
I mean, he came at him. The court,
but see, but at the same token, that's an example of that. He got in that man's personal space with aggression. And he Mardi Gras.
Chauncey, he got embarrassed at the house.
Yeah. That boy, that's good. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. But if you go back and you look at that movie, that man got in Kane's personal space with aggression. You can't do that and not expect to get hit. Stabbed, shot. Because listen, man, this is why I always tell you leave people alone, unless you willing to go all the way out. Because while you coming with all that aggressive stuff, you thinking one way, and this nigga thinking, if this nigga walk up on me, I'm gonna shoot this nigga. But you thinking you just finna fight. But this person over here don't want to fight. He want to kill. No, you can't do it. So leave people alone, or learn how to diffuse certain conflicts with your words. Now, I get it when you're in your 20s, but niggas be 40 and still want to fight. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. Go ahead. That's one thing I heard Charleston White say that I agree with, man, and that's real immature. If two men can't settle a difference of opinion or perspective with their words. You know what I'm saying? It just got to go straight to violence. That's childish. That's extremely childish. Go ahead. Where we at with it?
First, here we go with that.
Yeah, go to 1 Samuel 10 and 24.
And Samuel said to all the people, "See you him whom Yahuwah have chosen, that there is none like him among all the people." And all the people shouted and said, "Alahym, save the king." And Samuel told the people the manner of the kingdom and wrote it in a book and laid it up before Yahuwah.
What they say?
Samuel sent all the people away, every man to his house. And Saul also went home to Gibeah, and there went with him a band of men whose hearts Alahym had touched. The children of Belial said,
"How can this man
save us?" And they despised him.
So you know what another instance of a son of Belial is? They despise those that work for God. That's backing up what you seen in John 19 and John 15. They said, "How should this man save us?" Give him saved by definition. Now I mention this here because all of these things are devices that Satan used. God can't save you. Why would he save you? You should hate him. He ain't no savior. How this man gonna save us from our sins? All those type of statements, comments, all things that absurd is the things that men who are worthless are gonna say to overthrow your faith.
So Yeshua, to save, to be saved, to be delivered.
He said, "How is this man gonna deliver us?" Go ahead. Where you going at with it?
That's that.
Oh, I thought I told you something else. Come over here to 1 Samuel 25 and 15. Let's look at how it says in regards to what his name is. What his name is? Nabal.
I said, but the men were very good unto us, and we were not hurt, neither missed we anything, as long as we were conversing with them when we were in the fields. They were a wall unto us both by night and day, and all the while we were with them keeping the sheep. Now therefore know and consider what you will do, for evil is determined against our master, against all his house. For he is such a son of Belial, man cannot speak to him.
Man can't speak to him.
And then Abigail made
That's good. So when we look at what makes him a son of Belial, in this instance, it's just the fact that he's prideful, I should say. Now go to John 8 and 42. And then we'll come back. Say Chauncey administered inside the Gator Police video rob. See, that's the part where you see him saying that, but you don't see him actually. So we don't ever really get to see the outcome of that. You know, they just leave that up in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Because you see him in the house like, yeah, see what the nigga feel like when the police get this tape.
They said at the end that old dog ever going high and finally got killed because of it.
No, it goes off with him dying.
No, they did show old dog getting arrested.
Oh, that might have been in the credits. I might have seen that when we seen it in the movie theaters, and I ain't seen that no more after that. I'm taking your word for that. Now, I'm dead serious. We went to the movies and seen that. You know when that came out in '93?
Somebody
I thought I seen that.
No, it might have did ran in the credits. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if it come on television, I'm looking on such and such. I ain't looking at the credits no more. I've seen this before. Yeah, we went shoot. I mean, we went to the movies and seen Nutty Professor. Shoot, I never forget that because my homeboy laughed so hard that nigga peed on himself.
What, the comedy part? With Eddie Murphy and
Nah, the whole movie in its totality. You know what I'm saying? That nigga like this here, man. That movie was never as funny as the first time I seen it. No, I didn't say it's not funny. I say it's not as funny as the first time I seen it. Ain't nothing gonna be like the first time you seen it. But that first time I seen that movie, bro, boy, that junk had us in there like, boy, this nigga is a fool. You know what I'm talking about? That was one of the, especially at that point in our life, this like what, 1996? Yeah, this 96 because Ain't No Nigga was on that soundtrack. That was like our first like real deal introduction to who Jay-Z was. Because the only reason why we even like, well, let's go check his album out because Biggie was in that video. You know what I'm saying? Because we actually seen the video on Video Music Box. You don't know nothing about that.
You had to call in.
You had to call in. We were talking about this other day. A lot of niggas got whoopings about that. You know what I'm saying? You ordering videos on that box, Mom Deuce get that phone bill. Who the hell been calling 900? Because you know you don't know nothing about 900 numbers, do it. Oh yeah, 900. That what Miss Cleo was on. And the nigga wasn't calling for Miss Cleo, they were calling for phone porn. But we were calling for the music box. Because other than that, you'd have to sit around and wait for a bit, hope somebody ordered the video you want to see. But yeah, that's where we first seen him at. See, a lot of times it's easy to forget something if you can see where it's coming from. Yeah, Major Payne, Happy. The only movies you laughed at all the way through. Yeah, Major Payne had my home saying he ain't pee on himself though, but that just had him dying laughing too.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies.
Now we were talking about that the other day, man. Like, I think Manny mentioned that like 96, like nigga, that was 30 years ago. Like nigga, I was 16 years old. Summer 96 was something else. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time. That nigga Peter say, he said, what happened? Let's just say, what if you die, man, and when you wake up in the 90s again. You know what I'm saying?
Only a time, though.
Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all ain't get to have that experience. You know what I'm saying? 90s was different. I'm talking about I was a teen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was teens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was different time. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen somebody say, you know how the Verizon outage happened the other day, and they was like, "What would you do if all the cell phones go out?" I say, "Live like we did in the 90s."
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Live like we did in the 90s, nigga. Go get your house phone. Live life, nigga. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't yellow books back.
Straight up. Nigga sit back, look at YouTube on the phone at the house. You won't be riding, watching nothing no more, nigga. Now you're going to have to listen to the radio. God damn it.
Easy E on the radio.
Easy E. That nigga still on the radio, too. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm telling you, because most of y'all don't even, by the time you came of age, you know, social media and phones and all that, man, we ain't had none of that, man. You got to, that's why I would tell you, like, that's why niggas was more inclined to pull up to your house without calling. Nigga got to be home and call you. No, I'm dead serious, man. If you talking about 1993, 94, man, nigga can't be like, oh, I'm on this such a time, let me call you, see if you home. Nigga can't do that. Nigga got to pull up to your door. You think if I live on the west side and I'm on the south side and I'm like in your neighborhood and I want to see if you at the house, you think I'm finna ride all the way to the west side to call you to see if you home? Yeah, you want to get robbed. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, that's why niggas, definitely niggas in the 90s, man, niggas just pull up on you because there's no calling you. Nigga might beep you, but that's before nigga leave the house. Then you got to sit back and wait for a nigga to call you back.
That's when we was teens. We was teens.
Man, okay, what I'm telling you, when we were teens or younger, there wasn't no cell phone. You not doing that. No, nigga pulling up on you. Man, if a nigga's on your side of town and nigga like, damn, well, let me see her brought to the house. Nigga just gonna roll around there. I can't call you.
Yeah, you got to print out MapQuest.
Yeah, nigga had to ride around with the map. Ain't no GPS. You got to ride around with the map. I remember my mama first got internet. It probably about 96, 97, man. You hear that all that type of junk, man. Man, come on, man. Yeah, for real, Quran. I remember all that. You know what I'm saying? I think I got my first cell phone in 2000, 2001, and you couldn't do nothing with it but call. Yeah, you can't do nothing with that.
Snake, definitely.
Yeah, you can't do nothing but call on it. You say pay phone, the phone calls at the library need to call your mama. Yeah, man, like this here. I mean, I'm just saying it was different. Like niggas was more inclined to. That's why if you look at people who my age or older, you notice that they'll just come to your house without calling you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what niggas did. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here, boy. I'm finna nigga pull up in the yard. Well, what's up with you, boy? I was over here, boy. I seen you call me, y'all. I had to pull up on you. Nigga gonna be like, oh, let me go see if call this nigga. See, you got a phone now. You feel like you rude bastard. You could have called me first. Yeah, I remember when text message first come out. We ain't never used it.
Two-way pages.
You know what I'm saying? No, I had some Verizon phone. Nigga could text on it. It wasn't something nigga even used. You know what I'm saying? I think you had to pay for it.
Yeah, it was per text.
Yeah, so nigga ain't use it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's different times. So that junk wouldn't matter to me, boy. I only need my phone for business. Outside of that, shoot. No.
I know.
No.
I know you would.
Hell no.
You have your feet under the table, Kirk?
No.
Top of the refrigerator,
No. Hey, my sister right there.
Put your phone, put the house phone on the side. That's nice. Turn the ring on. I used to turn the ring on.
Nigga ain't cake on the phone. We outside.
What song you got on your voicemail? I know you did.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know what phone? Hold on.
My mom
He want to know what song I had in my voicemail. I'm gonna tell you because my homeboy got mad. My homeboy got mad when I went to jail because when he called on the phone, this is all they played. Nah, hold on. I'm finna show you.
That's the one you bought time. Get back at me. I'll call you back.
This is what I had on
Smith and Wesson.
there. Yeah, that's it. That's the only song I ever had on my voicemail. If you want to know what song it was Smith and Wesson. Wipe your mouth.
My phone was dry.
Yeah, crackheads called my phone. Yeah, I only had two chicks I even wanted to call my phone, and they had already been down on the team. So yeah, I ain't on that. Yeah, I was never on that. I got better things to do than be on the phone with you for 3-4 hours. Man. Nigga, we poke.
Honestly, your cousin, y'all age, she calls when she pulls up.
Yeah, she a woman. You know what I'm saying? But her mama didn't. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Women get offended by that more often than a lot of dudes do.
Just pulling out the house.
Yeah, a lot of niggas don't give a damn about that junk.
I want to try to jump up. Ain't that clean or something?
Yeah.
Like they gonna go back in your room or something. Oh, this ain't clean.
Yeah, a lot of dudes. That's what I say. I ain't saying that to be funny, because that's part of it. But are you looking crazy? I mean, a lot of dudes don't care, especially if that's my brother, cousin, that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga like, well, who it is? What's happening, nigga? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Well, we like as hell, especially if nigga ain't seen you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, oh, my house is a mess. They don't give a damn. Boy, come in, boy. What's happening? Well, I just had to.
Don't even see it.
Yeah, nigga, because most of the time niggas gonna come outside and kick it with you in the yard. Or if you stay in apartments on the stairs, you don't care nothing about that. Yeah, more dudes just gonna pull up on you. And it ain't gonna be like, nigga, come on over here. Only nigga Ray feel like that if he over there kicking with his old lady. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't heard too many dudes in my lifetime be like, man, this nigga pulled up to my house on the now, man. This nigga tripping. Damn. Nigga felt like, damn, boy, you thought nigga bet some niggas want to share a thug tip, man. Damn, nigga love me, man. Nigga came over here and seen me. Ain't even tell me. God damn, my nigga. Don't let a nigga pull up and he had some reefer. Nigga pulling up on you with some reefer. That's how my dog used to say it. That's how my nigga Chris used to say it. Nigga pull up on you unannounced like this here, boy. Smoke one, boy, my nigga. Especially if you were down bad. You down bad. And nigga pull up on you with one. Well, you thought about me to blow one with me, boy. My nigga. Niggas definitely not on some old. Man, why you pull? Let it shoot. Depending on your age, when you had some wheels, let a nigga pull up on you, boy. I got that Madden, boy. My nigga, I wasn't even here doing that. Let's get on these sticks, boy. I'm finna whoop you. Yeah, you know it's different. Remember, like this here, I'm coming over here now because you walk around with no clothes on. You know what I'm talking about? Now you mad because you got to put clothes on. You know what I'm talking about? And you got to do this here and do this here. And you feel like your house got to look at nah, nigga. Hey, man, I told you that's how you want to see how a woman live. Go over to her house when she don't know you coming. Yeah, don't go to her house and she know you coming. That ain't how she live for real. You know what I'm saying? That's how she live when company coming. I need to come over here and you see when you don't think nobody coming. Mm-hmm. Panties in the floor. Yeah. Because I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Women be blaming men for throwing their clothes on the floor, but you know, son, y'all be throwing y'all clothes everywhere. He be getting mad at me. That nigga trade clothes, leave all her clothes on the bed. Put your clothes up. Because now I gotta come home. I can't even get in the bed. But I was like, I'm like, God damn, nigga, I want to lay down. I can't even lay down.
He was like, I was like, man, just the clothes.
That nigga ain't mad, but goddamn, you knew you were gonna be this long. God,
I mean, she was fresh.
I don't be wanting to hear all that. Cause you know why? You know the difference is? Cause if I left all them clothes on the bed, you niggas gonna act like a nuclear holocaust just happened.
I just cleaned up.
Yeah, nobody want to hear all that. Say your mate used to grow the weed. I was dropping by his head. He said, "Oh, doggone, Darius mentioned that next tale." I understand. Mika say unannounced visitors need to make sure that they don't startle her for various reasons, and that's understood. But yeah, yeah, just like I said, man, I ain't never been one to just throw my clothes. Like if I take some clothes off and leave them, it's probably because I forgot, because I forget stuff a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I try to do stuff right then.
Nigga really come back. It ain't dirty, ain't clean. Come back with that.
No. I got a hamper. My clothes go in the hamper. And you know what I'm saying? Ain't no you finna come in here and see dirty clothes of mine thrown there. I don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? If I know I had this on and I need to take it off because it's dirty, I'm gonna go put it in the hamper right before I get in the shower.
Most men, because your wife won't get it.
But why? I don't even have no thought process that she gonna pick up my clothes. She don't even wash my clothes. So there's no thought process she gonna pick up. She don't even wash my clothes. So there's no thought process in me. She gonna. I never thought of. I ain't got the thought process that it's her job to clean up after me. Now, is there certain stuff a nigga leave because nigga forget it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that ain't on no tip. I'm gonna leave it here for her to get it. Like nah. You know what I'm saying? I might do something that junk might slip my mind. Like nigga, I be forgetting stuff a lot. And that junk even worse now because I be getting brain fog. So I damn sure be forgetting stuff. You know what I'm talking about? But nah, I don't leave no clothes last night. Yeah. So when you were growing up, we weren't allowed to put our clothes on the bed. It was considered bad luck. Say grandma was superstitious. That wasn't the something that, cause no, I'm only saying this for me, right? Because I get it. That's when you don't know what you want to put on. You're doing this, that, there, and the third. But I've done that. But once I decide, okay, I don't want to wear this, I put it up. You know why? Because I don't want to do it later. See, that'd be my thing. I don't want to come back and do it later. Because I'm gonna be mad as hell. If I didn't know I wasn't going, and I come back home, it's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, man, and I got a bed full of clothes, and I ain't putting them back up, I'm gonna be pissed as hell that I didn't put them back up at 8 when I left. This is the same way, like if I'm gonna use dishes if and obviously I don't cook nothing because I can't cook. I can only prepare a meal. But if I did cook some food, I'm going to wash all the dishes before I sit down to eat because I'm not coming back to wash nothing. I don't want to do that. I'm going to clean everything as I go. Maybe that came from working in restaurants. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna cook no food and have like, damn, I gotta go back and wash these dishes. I could have washed these dishes. I'm talking about, I'm putting the food in the Tupperware and everything. All that.
I'm putting a part in.
You know what I'm saying? And that's cool depending on what it is. But everything finna be prepared because the only thing that I expect, don't let us be using paper plates and forks, then I ain't got to wash nothing. It's over. Because I don't want to get back up and do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, some of y'all like to cook stuff and be like, damn, I'm gonna wash all these dishes. You could have washed them while you was working. Because it's still, you still gotta do it. Man, they tell you clean as you go, man. That's what they teach you.
You heard what she said.
What's that?
I like to sit down for it.
I do. I get up and do it, but I want to eat my food and sit down.
I don't make no sense.
It don't to me,
I
but
feel like
whatever
works.
works
Like
for
my dad used to cook. He would clean, and my mom was like me. I like to just have the kitchen, and I get up and clean it.
Yeah, because y'all like to do that stuff and then complain about all the work you got to do. When you could have just did it right then and had no work to do. Because now you want to sit down and chill, and now you mad because you got to do this, and you want me to come help you. No, you should have did it the first time, goddammit, and you wouldn't have to do it.
We showing Pop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What sense does it make to not wash a dish while you're waiting for something else to finish?
Because if you really cooking, you stand over your food.
What are you standing over it for if it doesn't require you to do it?
Because I'm tasting it.
No, man, hell no. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to none of that. You got something in the oven and you standing over the oven. You could have washed that pot, this pot. I'm done with it. You gonna put the food in the Tupperware anyway. The Tupperware already out. I'm gonna let it cool enough to where it don't burn it. Bop, bop. I'm talking about plates made there. I'm done. I'm done. And y'all be wondering why men say if they be stay-at-home dads, it be the easiest thing they ever did. And you wonder why dudes' experience with it is different. Because y'all niggas work yourself. You don't work smart, you work hard. You know what I'm saying? And you notice every man you ever seen say they had to stay home with their kids. It was time of my life. It's time of my life. Say never heard them say I'm stressed. I ain't never heard a man say he was stressed. You know what I'm saying? You know why y'all be stressed? Because y'all be putting stuff off. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. Dude already know I need to do this. Wow. And guess what? And he gonna put the kid to work. Y'all gonna sit there and just let them niggas.
That's true, because when I was in hospital, he was fine. When he was in hospital, I was like, was going to me.
It's easy.
Wow.
You just got to have a plan.
Yeah.
You just got to have a plan how you're going to attack it. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, nervous system wise, I don't think kids stress men out as fast as they stress women out. When they go to doing all that crying and all that junk, y'all be like, God damn this nigga. And we just like this here. Oh, you crying, huh? Yeah. So what you were saying? Because I don't care nothing about all that.
We'll get in the bed.
Yeah.
And that's not all of it.
Yeah, because I'm just going, oh, you want to scream? That I'm blocking all that out. Listen, I did 4+ years nigga screaming and hollering and beating on doors. You know what I'm talking about? 2-3-year-old ain't gonna bother me. You know what I'm saying? Nigga beating on the glass rapping. Nigga, shut up. Go to sleep. For real, you know what I'm saying? When you done been in an environment like that, where you're like, boy, I'm gonna stab you in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Now, ain't nobody ever said that, but it would have been funny though. Come on, niggas do say that. Not where I was at. I've never heard him say, I'm gonna stab you in the morning though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just how you attack it. Cause shoot, that junk don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really be pressed on. Like she'll get upset, like, you know, you gotta make them go to bed, man. They gonna fall asleep. They gonna fall asleep. I already know they gonna fall asleep. I'm just not finna stress myself out. No, I just tell them, come on over here. You know, and they come on over here and lay it on down. I ain't never had no problem getting them to go to sleep. Because I'm not finna fight with you. I'm not finna yell at you. I'm not finna pop you. I'm not finna do none of that. Just go on over there and sit and look ugly. You'll come over here and lay down after a while because I'm going to cut this TV off. I'm going to take this from you. I'm going to take that from you. And I'm going to just sit here and watch whatever I was watching on that TV on my phone. And you're going to sit here and look stupid. Then you're going to come over here and lay down. Because I'm going to win, goddammit. I'm going to win. I'm going to outlast you. It's a battle of which you think you can whoop me? You can't whoop me. Yeah, straight up now. No, I'm talking about they toddlers, man. They're different when they get y'all kids' age. You know, it's a little easier to manage. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the other two. I mean, he's still in the same range as Joanne is. You know what I'm saying? They want to fight. So test the will. You say my children are different because they extra stuff. And the boy be following after the girl. As far as his tantrums is concerned. Now he can get mad, want to jump up and down and tell you no, like you want to fight. I had to snatch him up. Who's you talking to, boy? Watch yourself. Go ahead.
John 8:42.
Go ahead.
So Yahusha said unto them, if Alahym were your Abba, you would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from Alahym, neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do you not understand my speech, even because you cannot hear my words?
Listen.
You are of your father, the devil.
You of your father, the who?
The devil.
And the lust
of your father you will do.
So pause. The things we're looking at with Belial, and all this is stemming from Proverbs 6 and 12. A naughty person and a wicked man walk with a froward mouth. So the things that these men are doing is they're speaking words of distortion and perversity from the word. This is how Satan works. This is how his offspring work. I want you to read 1 John 3 and 8 and come right back since I mentioned Satan and his offspring.
He that commits sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning.
That's right.
For this purpose, the son of Alahym was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
He that commits sin is of the who?
Is of the devil.
John 8 and 44. Say feet hurt, back hurt, kitchen be hot. Man, what y'all be going through in the kitchen, man? How y'all kitchen hot and y'all don't work in a restaurant? Nigga live in an AC in conditioned home talking about your kitchen.
The kitchen be.
God damn, I've been in full-fledged kitchens and nigga ain't been hot. I wouldn't be. I'm talking about boy, I've been in that kitchen at the L House, boy. It wasn't hot back there. What's that, man?
You saying they, like, are you saying in general, all women, or are you just
No. I was responding to what Mika said. Say, ain't nobody running the AC in the winter? Shoot, lying to me. No, I know. I was just responding to. No, I wasn't singling nobody out. I was like, damn, what type of kitchen y'all in? And no, I know it get hot in restaurant kitchens because they're closed in. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking in a home, like, damn, like I know you might, if you standing over the stove, woo, it's hot in here. But you know, back in the days, I know it was, they say, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, it's hot in here. You know what I'm saying? But we live in modern times. The kitchen is open. The central air and heat. So I'm wondering, damn, you niggas in there sweating?
If you make like 3 or 4 things on top of the thing, you get a little more.
Man, I watched my mama cook for years. I watched my auntie cook for years. I ain't never heard them say they was hot in there. I ain't saying they weren't. I said I ain't never heard them say that. I just want you to be clear. They could have been like, it's hot as hell in here. I ain't never heard them say that out loud. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Not saying that they weren't. Have you ever heard mom say she was hot? That's what I figured. She'd go sit down. Listen, my mama could cook. She gonna go sit down. Now, I noticed that there, and I ain't never think, dang, she must be hot. I figured, hey, there's nothing for her to stand over there to do, so I'm finna sit down. Now, I'm not talking about in her later years, because when the dialysis kicked in, she couldn't stay in that kitchen like that. You know what I'm saying? Not even just for the heat, just strength purposes. But I'm talking about from 1987 to 2004, I ain't never heard that woman say nothing about it was hot in there. I definitely never heard Chandra say anything of the sort. I ain't never heard Grandma Simpo say that, Miss Conley say that. I ain't never heard nobody say that. Maybe they was hot and they just felt like we ain't gonna complain about it. Yeah, don't get me wrong, because the older women don't complain. They just be like, hey, it's part of the job. Because I know damn well you wouldn't want to hear a nigga come in here complaining about how I got to knock these bills out. Yeah, but you want me to hear you complain about every goddamn thing. You know what I'm talking about? I can't come in here and say, God damn, these bills whooping me, man. Shoot, life in general. I'm really tired right now. Nigga, it mess around feel like Pac, man. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Nigga say, man, shoot, if I wasn't high, I'd probably kill myself. Man, leave me alone. Now we ain't doing that. You can go out there and look like T.I., man. Me can say she get hot even standing under the light. She get nauseous. That's understandable. Nah, but for real, nigga come in the house talking about whining about whacking them bills out. You don't want to hear that. Let a nigga come home complaining about his job. You don't want to hear that either, but you want me to hear it. I don't want to hear that junk. Give a damn about Tanya in the county. Give a damn about none of that. I'll never forget that, man. It was this chick, man, I met in Justina, man. I was like, she cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can get some brains and a couple dollars up out of her. She want to tell me about her day at Family Dollar and all her co-workers. I say, yeah, I ain't come back around here. I don't want to hear this. The hell I look like your husband? I don't want to hear this. I don't even know you like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just supposed to be, you know what I'm talking about? When that boy Corbin said, a little situation. I don't want to do all this here with you. I'm gone. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go home smoke. I can't even smoke my weed in peace. You still talking. God damn. Maybe so. But at 23 years old, 24 years old I was at the time, man, I don't want to hear that. At that stage of my life, man, even the chicks I was like down with like that, it was a limit, but I wanted to hear that from them. I don't want to hear that, man. Man, when you smoke a lot of weed, you don't want to hear nothing. I ain't about to. You know what I'm saying, baby? You on my eye, man. You're making me have to think about things I don't want to think about. Come on, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? You be like, that ain't right. It ain't wrong either. I ain't say it was right. But it ain't wrong either. Look here, man. You got to really love a woman to sit here and listen to her talk about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit down and... Okay, I said, but you got to really love a woman to sit here and listen to her talk about nothing. Man, you don't fool with a woman like that, man. I don't want to listen to you talk about nothing. Hell, I don't even want to listen to my homeboy talk about nothing. Hell, I want to listen to you talk about it for. I don't even want to have sex with you that bad to listen to this. Y'all don't be realizing it. If a nigga love you, man, nigga like, God damn, because he really like, I'd be glad if she shut the hell up. You know what I'm talking about? But you know, nigga just sit here, nigga. That's when a nigga I perfected this about 17 years old. Damn, that's crazy. That's wild. Word.
You can't say it too many times.
Because that's when they realize you ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't have them on loop. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta integrate new phrases. The sad part is when you do it and they think you ain't listening, you is listening. That's really just your honest response. So you never know. Yeah, you never know. You say, hell yeah, damn, it's two indicators. No, not really. Not really. Not really. Because that's when you integrate them in when you really are listening. Because it might be, damn, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because shoot, nigga be high and nigga be like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just standard response. Especially for Jacksonville, nigga, that's just standard response. You say crazy when you on the phone, walk away to use the toilet, come back, they still talking. That's crazy. Just, nigga, you know what's funny? When you be on Clubhouse and the nigga mute somebody and they steady talking and they unmute, the nigga said, nigga, you've been muted for 5 minutes. You ain't even looking at your phone.
Ain't nobody heard nothing.
I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. John 8:44. Yeah, indeed. Go ahead, son.
You are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do.
Because he was a
Murderer from the beginning,
in the bold.
not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. When he speak a lie, he speak of his own.
So there's no steadfastness, no faithfulness, no reliability in him. So that's why he's inclined to lean to his desires. And he was a murderer from the beginning. Why? Because of his distortion of the word, his perversion of the word that we read earlier in Genesis 3. Go ahead.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
People say, hell yeah, where's she from, to ease their way out the conversation. Because you don't really do that with your homeboys, because usually you just block him out of his storyboard. You just walk away. You be like, damn, boy, I gotta pee. Nigga don't never come back.
We used to do that when we used to pass a blunt. We just walk off with a blunt.
Yeah, nigga be like, boy, I'll be right back. I gotta catch a serve, boy. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I gotta go to the store. Man, I gotta go check on my mama. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I think I left the refrigerator open. You don't even got no refrigerator. Go ahead, man. Come on back to I just had you read second. Let me go to 2 Samuel 20:1. Go ahead with it.
And there happened to be there a man of Belial whose name was Sheba.
What'd he do?
Son of Bichri of Benjamin. And he blew a trumpet and said, we have no part in David. Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. Every man to his tents, O Yasharal.
Now, let me ask y'all a question. Can you see anything in the Gospels where people try to separate individuals from a masha? Let me give you an example. This is in my brain right now. Hold on. James and Jambrees. Come over here to 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy 3. You can read verse 1.
Say this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unkadash, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors.
Say whoever said walk off with the J is a good old chief. Yeah. That's a classic move. Nigga, what? Nigga, that's my blood. Not anymore. Go ahead.
He said, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Alahym, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth, men of corrupt minds, reprobate concerning the faith.
Now, it doesn't go into detail about James and Jambres in the text. You know what I'm saying? But he said that they were reprobate concerning the faith withstanding Moses. This is the same thing you looking at as being what we're just sitting back looking at. They're resisting or trying to overthrow the faith of some. I want you to come over here to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 17. I think we read it earlier, but we skipped over that point because it wasn't necessary at the time. Go ahead.
They say, and their word will eat as do a canker, of whom Hymenaeus and Philetus, who concerning the truth have erred, saying that the resurrection is past.
Saying the resurrection is past.
And overthrow the faith of some. Say, nevertheless, the foundation.
Oh, fact, Joseph, I missed that.
Nevertheless, the foundation of Alahym stand sure.
Hold on, back up, read it again.
They say, who concerning the truth have erred, saying that the resurrection is past already and
overthrown. Now, why is this important? He said the resurrection is past. You know what people who teach that now? They're called preterists. I think I told y'all a little bit about preterists. You remember that? A preterist is somebody that believes that the Bible is fulfilled. You have partial preterists and you have full preterists. Some people believe the Bible was fulfilled in 70 AD, that Jesus had already came back and you waiting for nothing, so it's over with. Or that stuff was only written to them at that time. You know what I'm saying? So when you dealing with the individual he just mentioned, he said they teaching people that the resurrection is already came. That overthrows the faith of some. Give them Greek definition of overthrow.
And a repo, that is to overthrow, overturn, to destroy, to subvert.
To subvert or destroy would take us right back to naughty doer with a froward mouth. With your butt hurt?
No, I didn't want to eat it.
You don't need to eat in there either. Go ahead.
It said, nevertheless, the foundation of Alahym.
Hold on, now you good. You can come back to 2 Samuel 20 and 1. No, that's what it was. We're looking at because Big Creek are trying to overthrow. Oh, you ain't got no inheritance and David. Go ahead.
Saying there happened to be there a man of Belial whose name was Sheba, the son of Bichri, a Benjamite. And he blew a trumpet and said, we have no part in David, neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. Every man to his tents, O Yasharal. So every man of Yasharal went up from after David and followed Sheba, the son of Bichri, but the men of Yehudah clave unto their king, from Jordan even to Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
David came to his house at Jerusalem, and the king took the 10 women of his concubines, whom he had left to keep the house.
That's good, because he finna talk about something else. He's gonna talk about how they kept him warm before he died. You like him to keep you warm, Civic man? Keep me warm. I'm cold. I can't feel my feet. Now I want you to go to 2 Samuel 23 and 1. Let's look at what happens to the son of Belial. Sons of Belial, I should say.
So now these be the last words of David. David, the son of Jesse, said, and the man who was raised up on high, the anointed of the Alahym of Jacob, and the sweet psalmist of Yasharal said, the rock of Yahuwah spake by me, and his word was in my tongue. The Alahym of Yasharal said, the rock of Yasharal spake to me. He that rule over men must be just, ruling in the fear of Alahym. He shall be as the light of the morning, when the sun rises, even a morning without clouds, as the tender grass springing up out of the arats by clear shining after rain.
That's right.
Although my house be not so with Alahym, yet he had made with me an everlasting covenant, ordered in all things, and sure, for this is all my salvation, and all my desire, although he make it not to grow. But the sons of Belial shall be all of them as thorns thrust away.
They should be as thorns what?
Thrust away.
That happened. What happened to them?
Because they cannot be taken with hands. But the man that shall touch them must be fenced with iron and the staff of a spear.
What's going to happen then?
They shall be utterly burned with fire.
Utterly what?
Burned with fire.
So he's telling you the sons of Belial going to hell. You know what I'm talking about? Go to Hebrews chapter 6, man, verse 5. That's just so you can see what the end of worthless men's end is going to be. But this is to give more context in the Proverbs 6 and 12. Or what type of time that a naughty person or a Belial person or a worthless person and a raw man, a disagreeable, evil man, they walk around with a perverted and distorted mouth. You know what I'm saying? This is how they behave. This also goes into the aspect of knowing the devices. You know what I'm saying? It's like we were talking about last night, man. Satan looked for any way in, any type of crack, any type of fissure, anything. You know what I'm saying? Go
ahead. Saying, have tasted the good word of Alahym and the powers of the world to come. But they shall fall away to renew them again unto repentance, saying they crucify to themselves the son of Alahym afresh, and put him to an open shame. For the earth which drink in the rain that come often upon it, and bring forth herbs meet for them by whom it is dressed, receive blessing from Alahym. But that which bear thorns and briars is rejected, and is near.
That would bear thorns and what?
And briars
is what?
And near unto cursing, whose end is to be burned.
His ended to be what?
Burned.
Now, this writer, this epistle letter is communicating something similar to what David is communicated with the sons of Belial. Read 2 Samuel 23 and 6 one more time.
So, but the sons of Belial shall be all of them as thorns thrust away, because they cannot be taken with hands. But the man that shall touch them must be fenced with iron and the staff of a spear. They shall be utterly burned with fire in the same place.
Now, when we look at so far what we done seen with sons of Belial, they caused you to want to seek after another god. You line that up with the beast. You look at that as forfeits. What's another thing with the sons of Belial? They're overcome with lust when them boys wanted booty hole. You know what I'm saying? You look at the next thing with the sons of Belial. Eli's sons, they hate the sacrifice of Yahuwah, and they laying with women at the tabernacle door. You look at the next thing with the sons of Belial. They didn't believe that the man who God has appointed could save them. What's the other point of looking at the sons of Belial? That they're proud and arrogant. What's the other thing with the sons of Belial? Oh, yeah, we've skipped one. Go to 1 Samuel 30 and 18. Then the other one was 2 Samuel 20:1 with the sons of Belial, as they like to overthrow the faith of others. Now we're not going to read dang, what's his name, man?
They got them with Naboth to testify
Yeah,
against
Naboth. When you get the thing, when you get those who came with the false witness, and it means to take another man's inheritance. This is why Paul said, "What concord have a Mashiach with the law? The anointed one does not have agreement with that which is worthless." And remember the verse that we read: to be meet for the master's use, you have to purge yourself of certain things, or he won't be able to use you. 1 Samuel 30:18.
And David recovered all that the Amalekites had carried away, and David rescued his 2 wives. There was nothing lacking to them, neither small nor great, neither sons nor daughters.
Now, see, that's the whole thing, and that we done done in the past. He rescued his 2 wives. I guess you know. Go ahead.
Neither spoiled nor anything. He said, nor anything that they had taken to them, David recovered all. David took all the flocks and the herds, which they drave before those other cattle, and said, "This is David's spoil." David came to the 200 men, which were so faint that they could not follow David, whom they had made, also to abide at the brook Besor. They went forth to meet David and to meet the people that were with him. When David came near to the people, he saluted them.
Mm-hmm.
Then answered all the wicked men and men of Belial,
What they said?
of those that went with David, and said, "Because they went not with us, we will not give them aught of the spoil that we have recovered.
My God,
Say to every man his wife and his children, that they may lead them away and depart." Then said David, "You shall not do so, my brethren, with that which Yahuwah have given us, who have preserved us, and delivered the company that came against us into our hand.
Mm-hmm.
For who will hearken unto you in this matter?
Who gonna listen?
But as his part is that go down to the battle, so shall his part be that tarry by the stuff."
Now, this is an aspect of something a lot of people get caught up in. They feel like if I did X, Y, Z, I should get this and you should. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way that, because if you take it in natural things, okay, like I mentioned before, right? Most people feel like if I put more money in, I get more of a say.
Kind of like the parable with the penny.
Yeah, that's not how they work in the word, though, man. That man said the same as the people who stayed back with the stuff. Because number one, he wasn't gonna bring them in to battle knowing they was faint on a long journey. You know what I'm saying? And then number two, you think because you went out, they the same as you. That's your people. There's no separation. That's what you're dealing with equity. That's not equality. That's equity. You know what I'm saying? That's doing proper justice and judgment. But a lot of people ain't gonna look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? The same way, like where you read in Corinthians when he was like, "Hey man, you got houses to eat and drink in. You worrying about eating while this brother over here hungry? You could have stayed home for that." You know what I'm saying? See, it's elements in the text that people just overlook. You know what I'm saying? Where they pinpoint certain things of human interaction. This is not a godly interaction. You know what I'm saying? Nick, we all done went to war together. Okay, cool. Okay, they was too faint to come out and fight. So I don't get them nothing, just their wife and kids, niggas. What you want? Because you just want more for you. You feel like they don't deserve that. But David didn't do that. He said, go ahead and see what he got to get everybody, man.
He said, "For who will hearken unto you in this matter? But as his part is that go down to the battle, so shall his part be that tarry by the stuff. Mm-hmm. They shall part alike." Then it was so from that day forward that he made it a statute and an ordinance in Yashua unto this day.
That's a statute and ordinance to this day. Everybody get the same thing. And what do we read? What we read the other day in Corinthians? Everybody get the same spirit. It's just diversity of gifts, but it's the same spirit. Ain't nobody gonna be coming around here and not have nothing. You know what I'm saying? But people want to hear that. People want to hear that because what he came up with was there was no preeminence, or also what it says in one of Paul's epistle letters, preferring each other to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And not going after vain esteem and all these type of things, man. You know what I'm talking about? So with that being said, let's come back to Proverbs 6 and 12. I just felt the need to go into that as for what that verse means, what it communicated with that word naughty, meaning Belial. Because, you know, some on here, we ain't talked about the sons of Belial in a while. Some of y'all know what that is, and some of you don't. Sons of Belial is just another way to say the son of the devil. Because the devil is worthless. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at worthless by definition. I don't like this new update. Well, you updated your phone? Yeah, that's all it is. Having no real value or use. You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit back and think about. Also, it means a person having no good qualities, deserving contempt. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the sons of Belial, they're deserving of contempt. They have no good qualities. Let's go to Romans 1 and 25 real quick, man.
Who changed the truth of Alahym into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, who is Baruch forever. Amen. For this cause Alahym gave them up into vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
You around here eating coochie.
And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman,
walking around with a strap on. Now you're around here playing with booty.
Burning their lust one toward another. Men working that which is
unseemly.
And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. And even as they did not like to retain Alahym in their knowledge, Alahym gave them over to a reprobate mind.
Notice the key thing, that you don't like to retain Alahym in your knowledge. When you look at these sons of Belial, a naughty man or a worthless man and a wicked man is going to walk with a perverted and distorted mouth. So he's not going to keep that man word in his heart. He's not going to zakar this man word. You understand? Go ahead.
They say to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of Alahym, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of Alahym, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
And remember, man, if you have a reprobate mind, God has rejected you. Because that's what that means. That's why I tell you, like, it's dangerous when people be like, you always got a shot at repentance and it's never too late. You can't tell people that. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you this here, them people in Numbers 14, it's too late for them. Once he swore in his wrath, they wouldn't enter into his land. It's over for them. It's over for thou. Come on back to Proverbs 6. He said the same thing in Proverbs 1. Say the same thing in Jeremiah 5. Reprobate silver, what men will call them, because Yahuwah has rejected them. You know what I'm saying? Once Yahuwah rejects you, it's over. You can't read of nobody. Pause for a moment. I want you to think on this here. Yeah. Is there anybody you seen Yahuwah rejected that he came back and picked them up later? Make sure you understand what I'm telling you. Somebody that whom he has rejected. That's Jeremiah 6, not 5. I'm gonna give you this word, man. This is 6 and 30. Reprobate silver men shall call them, because Yahuwah have rejected them. I'm gonna give you this Hebrew word for reprobate. It is ma'as, meme, aleph, samat, to reject, to despise, to refuse, to reject, to refuse, rejected. Same word. So Saul got rejected. Did Yahuwah come back and get him? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Cain was rejected. Esau was rejected. You got to look at what that means, man. When he say, if he refuse you, he detests you. Now go to Revelation 21 and 24.
And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their esteem and honor into it. The gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. They shall bring the esteem and honor of the nations into it. There shall be no wise enter into it anything that defile, neither whatsoever work abomination.
Neither that work of what?
Abomination.
No make a
lie.
Now give them abomination by definition. Because now we about to get into these 6 abominations. Now, of course, you know, we're not going to go into detail with Proverbs 6, 16 on, because y'all know what that is.
That is the lugma, a foul thing, a detestable thing, of idols and things pertaining to idolatry.
So notice this is even clearer. When you talking about somebody that's committing abomination, he say foul or detestable things, but more explicitly and specifically idolatry. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people feel like idolatry is not a big deal, but it is. You know what I'm saying? I want you to read Ezekiel 13. I think that's what it is, ain't it? Give me 13 and 7. If it ain't, I think it's 14, actually. Give me.
I don't think idolatry is a good deal.
Depends on who you talk to. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't be having conversations with these people. Listen, a dude went off on, like, I didn't really know this because I ain't never really been around Orthodox Christian people, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as doctrine is concerned. Like, people who are Trinitarians, if you don't believe how they believe you the most wickedest man on the earth. They wouldn't care how you lived your life or nothing. If you don't believe that the Father is a God, the Son is a God, the Holy Spirit is a God, they got an issue with you. You know what I'm saying? Some of them like that if you don't believe Jesus is God. Like, these people go in by this. You understand? I seen a video where a dude was talking about Martin Luther King, where he was saying that he wasn't a Christian, which this information, I already knew this. But when he said he wasn't a Christian, he was basing it off core tenet beliefs. You know what I'm saying? That Jesus is God. You know what I'm saying? Virgin birth. These are things that Christian Orthodox people focus on. Let me get some core Christian tenet beliefs. I think I read some of these to y'all before. Here's the core tenets of Christianity. Key beliefs. Jesus, but Christ, believed to be God incarnate, both divine and human, who lived, died on the cross to atone for sins, rose again, conquering death. Salvation is achieved through God's grace alone. God's grace through faith in Jesus' sacrifice, leading to forgiveness, adoption in God's family, eternal life, not by human effort. The Trinity, one God existing as three distinct persons: God the Father, the Creator; God the Son, the Redeemer; Holy Spirit, sanctifier, guide. The Bible is considered God's inspired authoritative word, serving as the foundation for faith and practice. The Holy Spirit indwellers believers, empowering them to live righteously and grow in their faith. Loving commandments, following Jesus' teachings, especially loving God and loving one neighbor as itself. These are the things that they mention. You know what I'm saying? And then depending on what branch they in, then it goes deeper and deeper than that. You know what I mean? So he was just talking about that. Okay, this man don't believe in those things, so therefore he can't be a Christian. Like, these people go in about this type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about? You don't really know it until you hear him. But where we at with it, Simone?
He was telling me to get something in Ezekiel 14.
Yeah, tell me about 14 and 17.
He say, for every one of the house of Yasharal or of a stranger that sojourn in Yasharal, which separate himself from me and set up his idols in his heart, and put the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and come to a prophet to inquire from him concerning me, I, Yahuwah, will answer him by myself. And I will set my face against that man, will make him a sign and a proverb, and I will cut him off from the midst of my people. You shall know that I am Yahuwah. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, Yahuwah, have deceived that prophet, and will stretch out my hand upon him, and will destroy him from the midst of my people Yasharal. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seek unto him.
What does it mean? And Stan was like, I'm away because you explain. So Stan was like, I'll tell you what to say. Because Christian knows what sex is. He was like, why can't you tell me now? And he was like, Eli, you need to wait because everybody won't know. So he just upset to say, understand.
Eli.
He want to know what it is now.
That boy ain't got no patience. So yes, again, my auntie always told me you'd rather be cut off by the world than cut off by God. Indeed. But yeah, when it comes to idols, most people mind go to worshiping, stones and stocks, things of this nature. So that's where they come in at. Like, somebody I know, he doing a series talking about Paul and the apostle or what, because you got a lot of dudes just don't like Paul. And that's fine. That's their business. You know what I'm saying? He said he used to be a Paul apologist. I wouldn't say that personally. You know what I'm saying? I only say that because I don't think it's many dudes out here that's really nice enough to understand what this man is communicating. So, like when you take into account that he said he was taught the perfect man of the law and then taught the gospel by Yahusha himself, an individual would have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be nice to understand what this man's talking about. And I think a lot of people look at things from a scholarly aspect and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? Like Mama Steph wrote a couple books by his statement about eating food sacrificed to idols, because that was a real big thing. These niggas lost their mind on here for like 2-3 months, going back and forth about that, because a lot of people believe that he's telling people to eat food sacrificed to idols when he really he's not communicating that. When really you see in 1 Corinthians 11, he tell you can't eat at the table of God and the table of devils. You know what I'm saying? So there's a particular thing, because he's really referring to in the aspect of two things. Number one, going into a meat market where majority of the people, you live in a society where people worship other gods. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what these people done with this food. It's better for you just to cop and go. You know what I'm saying? Or number two, you get bid to a feast, because people try to take it and modernize it. Like I said, like some people believe a Christmas dinner is eating a feast made unto an idol. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a certain way that you sacrifice something to an idol. I guarantee you ain't nobody, granny, aunties, mamas, none of that, took that ham, that turkey, whatever the hell animal they made, and offered it to another deity when they cooked it. Just because they're participating in a holiday that you perceive to be pagan does not mean that this person has actually taken food and sacrificed it to an idol. They just put some turkey in the oven and roasted it, nigga. When you take I'm being serious. When you take an animal and you sacrifice it to an idol, you have to actually take that living, breathing animal and kill it. You know what I'm saying? Because that God requires the blood of that animal, not the smell from you cooking it. But of course, because we don't live in a society where people sacrifice animals, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? The same way that dudes run to Jeremiah 10 and say that's a Christmas tree. You know why that's erroneous? Because there were no Christmas trees during the time of Jeremiah, because Christmas did not exist. You know what I'm saying? There was no Christmas during that time. Oh, you look confused.
Are you talking about with the Tammuz?
Yeah, there was no Christmas. No, that's something different. Weeping of Tammuz is what morphed into the 40 days of Lent, because they wept for Tammuz for 40 days. You read them Jeremiah 10 and 1. When Christmas rolls around, every Hebrew and they mammy like to pull this verse out. Go ahead.
It say, hear you the word which Yahuwah speak unto you, O house of Yasharal. Thus saith Yahuwah, learn not the way of the heathen, be not dismayed at the signs of Shamayim, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Hold on. Mika said she loved Indian food, but just found out Indian food is halal and ritualistically slaughtered. I think I told you about halal. Halal is the Arabic way or the Muslim way of sacrificing food. If you find or slaughtering the animal. So if you see something that says halal, that animal literally was killed in the name of Allah. Oh, I mean, if you know, hell no.
I'm gonna say like you said, halal church.
Yeah, if you see halal, I get that means that's an animal that's been sacrificed according to and then here it is again, denoting or relating to food that conforms to Islamic dietary laws. No, that's not the same. That's not the same. See, kosher is dealing with foods that's not contaminated with anything that is scripturally unclean. You know what I'm saying? See, halal in Hebrew don't even mean, because it means praise in Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Now here's another one. Halal requirements are based on Islamic law, where the slaughterer must be Muslim and recite Bismillah Allahu Akbar before slaughter. Kosher requirements follow Jewish law, where a trained Jewish shaket performs the shaketa without invoking Allah's name. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. And again, halal meat is prepared through a ritual slaughter called The hibaha, involving a sweep deep cut to the throat with a very sharp knife, severing the windpipe, jugular veins, and carotid arteries while invoking Allah's name. You know what I'm saying? And that instance, that is literally an animal that has been sacrificed to another god. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you sacrifice to another god. You didn't know that? I thought halal and kosher were synonymous. Oh, no, ma'am. No, they're not. They are not.
So then what's the correlation with Jeremiah 10?
Oh, no. So she mentioned that she liked Indian food and that she stopped eating it because she seen some of it was halal. So I needed to mention what that is, because that's literally sacrificing something to Allah. See, I was just telling my homie that because we have halal chicken nuggets that we serve at the restaurant. Yes, I mean, that chicken, when it was killed, Allah's name was invoked. Notice it say you got to be Muslim and you must say Bismillah Allahu Akbar when you kill it. Have to. And Allahu Akbar means God is great. I don't remember what Bismillah means. Somebody remember, they can put that on there. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? But kosher is different. Kosher is to make sure no unclean animal has been involved in the packaging or producing of this food. So when you see something that says kosher, that means there's nothing unclean in it. No shellfish, no swine, no rabbit, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. Two different things. Hold on. Like the word kosher is not necessarily it's a different word for it. But it's food premises, which is food sold, cooked, or eating, satisfying the requirements of Jewish law. So what makes things kosher? It follows Jewish dietary laws, kashrut, requiring specific and permissible ingredients like cloven hoof, chewing animals, fish with fins and scales, prohibiting mixing meat and dairy. See, that's different. They take that verse about not sowing a kid in his mother's milk as meaning that you can't put cheese on a hamburger. They live like that. They eat plain ketchup, mustard, no cheese. And demanding ritual slaughter and preparation, often with rabbinical certification for processed foods. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's different because they go through, because matter of fact, Rabbi was talking about this the other day, like they send the rabbis to certain places, you know what I'm saying, to do, that's rabbinical Jewish stuff. You know what I'm saying? What they doing. But kosher just means what it would be the Hebrew word, which is tahar. This is clean. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that deep, all the extra stuff they doing, reciting all this type of stuff. He can tell you do all that. You just got to be clean. Cow, clean. Deer, clean. Duck, unclean. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got people who argue about turkey unclean and chicken unclean. You know what I'm saying? People come up with their own stuff. Like people say a pig's unclean because it eat everything. He didn't say that's why a pig was unclean. He said the pig unclean, but it's cloven footed, but it don't part the hoof. All the extra stuff, you adding that. Because that's why the rabbit's unclean. The rabbit's not unclean because it's just that in the 30 says cloven, it's split the hoof, but it's not cloven footed. Can't eat it. That's it. All the other stuff is the stuff that we add in to rationalize it in our own brain. It really ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you can't eat catfish. Why? So you can't eat catfish because it's got a menstrual cycle. But nigga, you eat cows and they got menstrual cycles. So what are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? So it boils down to the aspect of don't have fins and scales. That's why you don't eat shrimps and lobsters, because they're crustaceans and things of this nature. They're not meant to be consumed because they don't have fins and scales. Now you can come up with other natural things that you could see why he would lead you to tell you to not consume them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're bottom feeders. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you just coming up with your own stuff. So yeah, halal is definitely, that is literally eating something sacrificed to an idol. Like literally, that is literally the best modern example that you have. Because you could go to a Chinese restaurant and they got Buddha statues in there. That don't mean they offered that food to Buddha, because them niggas probably bought it from the restaurant store. Them niggas probably, I'm talking about locally. Them niggas probably went right over there on University Boulevard West and bought that junk from them. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Niggas be thinking them people get this stuff all exotic and all. That nigga went right on University while everybody else going. Because if you're not a large corporate entity who's trucking in the food, the people buying that junk from whatever restaurant depot is in this city. You know what I'm talking about? Any mom and pop spot, that's where they getting it from. Nigga, they ain't, if it was sacrificed to another God, you wouldn't know. And that will Paul point. Let's case in point. Let's take Freshfield Farms, for instance. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not an actual farm. Because ain't no animals out there. If you go into an actual farm, you go into a farm, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? They just call it that because they source it from farmers. You know what I'm saying? But when I say let's talk about Freshfield Farms, I mean, let's take it. This is really like a butcher spot. Like everybody out here, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you go to Freshfield, whatever farms they using. Let's take Carroll's. Let's take Stars. Let's take them people over there on 4 Acre. And they all out there and they selling their wares. You don't know where that meat came from. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So when you take this into account, you know what I mean? What he was telling them when he said when you go down to the shambles, because the shambles was the meat market. That's what the English translation it is. And he was telling, hey man, don't go down there asking no questions. Because nigga, you gonna die. Because depending on where you live, you're not living around Yahudim. So they not bound to the same things that you bound to. Now he let them be know, man, we know an idol is nothing because we know the reality is that statue of Dagon ain't nothing. Because when it fell over in that temple, when the ark was in there, it couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He say we got wisdom and understanding to know this. But your brother sitting here who don't know this, that'll overthrow his faith if you go do this here. So nigga don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's really not that deep. He say Cisco or US food. Boy, if you get some Cisco, that's trash. Cisco food, that's prison food. I ain't being funny.
You seen the truck out there?
Hell yeah. Man, you get some Cisco food, that's prison food. What?
We use all the air mark up north.
Shoot, we use them down here. Prison food. Institutional food.
It is.
I was finna say that. That's why I said institutional.
Our college use air mark too.
Cisco and Aramark is institutional food. That's low quality food.
Look at it. They be at Chick-fil-A?
Well, air mark.
No.
Cisco. That's low quality
I
food,
seen the
man.
truck out there. You love
I-
They might have been getting some chicken.
Nah.
Nah, they dropping off if Chick-fil-A getting Cisco. I ain't never going back around that hole. No, hell no.
I seen the truck out there.
I ain't even being funny, boy. That's prison food. I don't want none of that. You know what I'm talking about? Airmark? Man, I'd rather go out there and eat that dirt. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get just as much nutrients from that dirt as you're going to get from anything from Aramark or Cisco. Nigga, Cisco used to drop that Tyson chicken off at KFC. That is not Tyson chicken. Tell you that. Goddamn legs big as your forehead. That ain't no real damn food. I don't want that.
People get it from there.
You say Chick-fil-A owns it from the field to the store.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I say.
I seen the Cisco truck.
Nah, Barry, because you know Barry a trucker. He said I used to work for him. They had different labels. He said Chick-fil-A owns it from the field to the store. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I'm still skeptical.
I saw what I saw.
You know what I mean? I'm still skeptical. He said it's Mike Tyson chicken. Boy, that's stupid. So I agree. That's Cisco. I worked in the food industry for years. It is the worst. I'm trying to tell you. Say I haven't ordered from Cisco in 6-7 years. You want to live? Don't do it. You eat Cisco, you gonna get cancer. I'm not being funny neither. Man, if you get food from Cisco, that's when I say institutional food, I wasn't regulating that just to prison. I'm talking about college, schools, crazy houses, anything that's institutional, where they hospitals, all that. Man, you don't want that junk, man. Well, you see Aramark Cisco pull up, man, just say hell no. I ain't even hungry no more.
Send your kids to school with a lunch.
You bet. Look here, man. If I was hungry and I pulled up somewhere and I seen an Aramark Cisco truck, boy, I ain't even hungry no more. Listen, I'm telling you, boy, I was in prison. I know it. I seen what I'm talking about. I know people who worked in them schools, and you don't want nothing from Cisco and Aramark. You don't want it.
You worked in the kitchen, didn't you?
I did. That's what I'm trying to tell you. In 2 different spots.
So you can't cook. You say you can't cook. Oh.
Nah, nigga, I ain't cooking that. I sold sandwiches. You know what I'm talking about? And they had me cooking nothing. There's a lot of jobs to do in there besides cooking. I was not the cook. Listen, I didn't say I can't prepare a meal. I said I can't cook. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? I can prepare a meal. I can't cook though. You see what I'm saying? Some niggas think they can cook, but they really only preparing a meal. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the difference. See, Lil Johnny's sitting there, he contemplating right now. Can I cook or do I just prepare? Which one is it, Lil Johnny?
Depends on the dish.
Well, I thought you said something else. Well, I was like, this nigga hell out of here, man. I was like, this nigga, he's nasty. Yeah, he did, you know. Had me nervous. You know what I'm saying? Say Chick-fil-A just uses different companies to distribute their products. For Cisco, they don't get their brand. They carry other labels. I bet they do.
That makes sense.
I saw what I saw.
Hey, I'm with Monte. I know Barry's selling it. He's making a compelling argument. And if it's on that Cisco truck, I don't trust it. Well, Cisco is deaf on wheels.
Defamation lawsuit.
I ain't defaming them people. They know that food trash.
Yeah, this YouTube video gonna
The
be flagged.
flag,
They ain't gonna flag nothing. Shoot. They got a nigga on here spamming comments. They ain't flagged it. They ain't gonna flag it now. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga be mad. Just comment. Boy, ain't nobody finna talk to you. I damn sure ain't. I'd rather talk to myself. Matter of fact, I ain't even said that. I'd rather talk to this wall. You know what I'm saying? I would rather go outside and find a neighbor's dog and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather talk to the grass.
Airmark made $5 billion last quarter.
All right, I know they did. I know they did.
Like, go and invest in their stocks.
No, I wouldn't blame you if you did. But all jokes aside,
Big number.
no, I mean, you got to look. Airmark, I know at least I haven't been in school in a long time, but Airmark damn near served every college and elementary public. I mean, every public school in the state of Florida. That's all you see at most schools. Airmark. They damn sure was at FSCJ when I was there. You know what I'm talking about? And they serve most prisons in this thing. Slow on, Brother Marvin, man.
See, I didn't realize it until once I graduated college and I started working in the prison. I saw the Airmark truck. I'm like, damn, it's the same food they was giving us in college.
Same food, bro.
Ain't no way.
Nigga eating prison food. Airmark definitely serve a lot of hospitals in the state. The only way you're going to get around Airmark in a hospital down here is if you at a higher quality hospital. Any public hospital, oh, that's Airmark.
I just realized that's one of the clients.
Yeah, that's Airmark. Who, Cisco?
Airmark.
Oh, one of y'all clients.
Yeah, she wanna eat food where a nigga sing a thong song, man. You better run away. And they say it's so scandalous. That's crazy. That's crazy. She said, and Indiana? Oh man, they gonna die.
And you know what's crazy? Kids who be bringing lunch, like our children, they love the school lunch. Absolutely.
Oh, kids always love the school lunch because they feel like they getting left out from
That's
the other
what it
kids.
is. Just be like, why do you do that?
Because the other kids eating it.
Yeah.
So you want to be a part of it. But you know, back in my day, niggas like this here, man, it was reversed.
Absolutely.
Nigga looking at it like, well, you bring your own lunch? They don't want that junk in here.
You have to take the tray.
Man, the only thing niggas wanted from that schoolhouse back in the days was the goddamn pizza. You can keep the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, breakfast pizza.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
About it.
You know, the squares with the burger. See, we know about the square burger. You know what I'm talking about? That square pizza with that burger meat.
Super donut.
Yeah. You know what? And guess where else they sell super donuts at? In prison. You ain't never seen a nigga eat a whole shebang bag of chips on the street ever.
Oh, God. Oh, they still sell them in Rome. People be buying them.
So at the corner store.
Oh.
And guess where they eat them at? In prison. Nigga, I've never seen a whole shebang in my life till I went to prison, man. Listen, I'm a different type of individual.
Salty.
See, I'm a different type of nigga. I went to prison. Nigga, man, I never ate ramen noodles on the street. It took me years to eat ramen noodles in there, man. I'm talking about as far as nigga be like, you know, they see the nigga making stuff. Man, I'm nigga, I don't eat this at the house. You eat the food out the kitchen. Yeah, nigga, it's free. I ain't got no choice. Prison was the first place I had live at. I said, this is despicable.
That's the first place.
Yeah. My mama never made liver.
Yes. I feel bad for her.
She grew up eating liver. But listen, man.
First experience living in prison. That's wild. They
I
already
ain't-
nasty to me now.
I ain't never had it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But listen, for pretty much the majority of, because I ain't never lived with no woman, man. You know what I'm saying? I had chicks I knew back there, especially we young, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. Ain't nobody thinking about cook for me. You know what I'm saying? My people cooking for me. Man, we outside, man. You ain't fooling with no chicks who like this here gonna cook you no meal. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't think about that junk. So if my mama ain't cooking, I ain't eating. And then I ain't the type, even now, I don't be coming to DB like cook this, cook that. Whatever you cook, that's what I'm gonna eat. And if I don't want to eat it, then I'll be like, I eat a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of them niggas be making demands like cook this and cook that and cook this. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. You making it, I'm gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? You already got a general idea of what I don't eat. And Marvin is wild. That man say liver is delicious.
Yeah, industry.
Definitely always older.
That man, that wild. He said, I just got the recipe for school pizza earlier today. I'm talking the dough toppings and the sauce. Oh, he get me. Go ahead, man.
Jeremiah 10:1. Say, hear ye the word which Yahuwah speak unto you, O house of Yasharal. Thus saith Yahuwah, learn not the way of the heathen. Be not dismayed at the signs of Shamaim, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cut a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with
Shalom, brother Robert.
and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
See, they say that's a Christmas tree. But that's not a Christmas tree. Let me tell you what they said, man. Christmas.
The evergreen is smooth. That has nothing to do.
No, it's just dealing with the groves. They worship trees, things of that nature. But
I definitely used to think it was about Christmas back in the day. When I first saw it, I was like, dang.
see, I'm gonna point some stuff out, right? Now, at first glance, I would see why an individual would think that. But then you have to have historical and cultural context. You know what I'm saying? You can't make something be something because that's what you want it to be. So, first thing he says is the customs of the people are vain. He cut a tree out the forest. The work of the hands of the workmen, they deck it with silver and gold. Give him a definition of deck it. See, that's another thing when people see deck it.
Yeah, that's your fault. That is to be bright, to be beautiful, to be handsome, to be fair.
So they make it fair with silver and gold. Then he said they fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. The upright as a palm tree, but speak not. Now notice, right? Nobody ever said nothing about no tree talking. So this is the aspect that they're taking this tree and they're fashioning it like a man. But I'm gonna give you the origins of Christmas. Christmas don't go back as far as Jeremiah's time. This was started in the 4th century. Christmas, as you know it now, the festivals like Saturnalia and Sol Invictus, with integrating pagan traditions like trees, mistletoe. Because remember, it tell you about the groves and the trees and the things of this nature. Because these people worship trees, but they weren't. It wasn't Christmas as in the fashion that we know it. You know what I'm saying? Them people didn't do that because it didn't exist. You know what I'm talking about? It didn't exist. There was no Christmas during Jeremiah's time. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even Saturnalia or Sol Invictus didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with the Babylonians. The Babylonians didn't necessarily do that. See, let's look at Babylonian worship of trees.
I think they show that on Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I don't know if they mentioned Native American worship.
So what we got here, man? Babylonians revered trees, particularly the date palm. Let me see if it said that on there. I don't even think it said. It does. Now read verse 5. They're upright as the what?
As the palm tree.
Now it said Babylonians revered trees, particularly the date palm. Give them palm tree by definition.
This is Tomer, palm tree, coast, or a calm.
And it says, because they're sacred symbols of life, fertility, and divine connection, feature prominently in art as the tree of life, often guarding paradise or the heavens, alongside pomegranates. Their beliefs incorporated the sacred tree, a cosmic pillar connecting worlds, symbolizing immortality, wisdom, like the cedar tree, and regeneration. In later myths, and even some interpretations of Christmas traditions, although the latter's origins are debated. So individuals who deal with these type of things don't even agree. You know what I'm talking about? That the Christmas tree origin comes from this. The date palm, the most sacred tree, associated with life-giving sustenance and a special deity or god. This is why I say it don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Because the Babylonians associated this date tree to a actual god. This is why I say this god don't talk. What did it read verse 5 again, Sylvia?
It said they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. See, now it says here, some theories think the Babylonian tree symbolism, like the evergreen to later pagan practices, suggesting it influenced Christmas traditions, e.g. Tammuz birth, though it's a subject of debate. In essence, trees were not just plants, but potent religious symbols, representing the divine presence, cosmic order, and the promise of eternal life in Babylonian culture, making them central to their spiritual world. So this is why I be mentioning stuff on you need to understand the cultural context of things. You say you didn't think it was he said Marvel from the country. Said you say if you say somebody eat liver, they might as well eat a person. That's wild. Say liver tastes like blood and iron, but it's good for you. I didn't think it was a tree. I thought they used it in this day and age. Yeah, man, when you're dealing with that, like, that's why you have to know the context of culture, cultural context of certain things, and then you won't try to interpolate things of antiquity to now when that's a false equivalence. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not equal. It just happened to be simple.
Because people see deck and tree and silver and gold, and they say, oh, that's a Christmas tree. But since they don't know Babylonian culture, you know what I'm talking about? They don't understand that how these people revered trees and looked at trees. But where you was at before that? Come back to Proverbs 6. Where you going, boy? 6 and where we started?
13.
6 and 13.
Say he wink with his eyes, he speak with his feet, he teach with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart, he devises mischief. Continually he sow discord.
He continually do what?
Sow discord.
That's what Satan seek to do.
Say, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall it be broken without remedy.
These 6 things.
To Yahuwah hate,
7
are an abomination unto him.
A proud,
look,
a lying,
tongue,
hands that shed,
and blood,
a heart that divides,
wicked imagination,
feet that be swift,
that run into mischief,
a false witness,
that speak lies,
and he that what?
So discord among brethren.
So all of these things, of course, you know, is the just man falling 7 times, so on and so forth. But I think we've hit our time because I won't press 20 to 35. Integrate that into something else. So, oh, he got his explanation. Now he confused. No, I'm just messing. So, hallelujah for Yahushua in the word, man. I appreciate y'all time. Bless y'all the house. Alahym in the name of Yahushua. Yahuwah willing, man. We'll come back at it on Wednesday and make it do what it do. But yeah, you look at that. You look at the sons of Belial, how they operate to try to distort and pervert. You know, there's that. Shalom, my G. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, other things. What's up, boy? Yeah, so you will prove me. So, yeah. You will willing, man. Shalom, Sidrin. Amen. Till the next time. All right, y'all.